Welcome back to the Big Humble, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your co-host, Morgan Mizell. We are joined by your host, Matt Daddy Lockwood. We got one half of the Horny Boys, Cameron.
What
the other
up?
half is off somewhere being a grumpy little bitch.
He's off today.
Yeah, he's off today. We gave him the day off.
Yeah, he needed it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll give him a month off.
Yeah, once we told him there wasn't going to be any ice cream, he was like, fuck that, I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
He was very upset.
We were supposed to have ice cream today.
We were handles doesn't open until
That's the only reason I'm here.
Have you had handles?
Yeah,
It's the best.
it's so good.
This is how we
It
start
really
every
is
episode.
yeah, it's so good.
We've talked about handles for like 4 weeks in a row now, and I wanted to stop. Every time it's brought up, I light up like, ooh.
We got 2 people on it. On Tuesday, we went out to dinner, and handles got brought up, and we're like, we have to go.
Yeah. To be fair, Matt was like, well, we have to go to handles now.
Yeah.
Was it your first time going to Handles?
No. I've been a handles guy for
It
a little
was
while.
2 people's first time.
Yeah.
One got a regular double scoop. The other one was like, I'm going to get a little bit more to bring home.
Yeah.
Do you do that thing where as they're eating it, you're just looking at them,
Yeah.
or,
Yeah,
like
the
seeing
whole
their
time.
reaction? to
Well,
make
because
sure that
I
they're-
also told them what flavors to get, which is such like a high pressure situation. Because there's so many good flavors.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I think this is the best one. And you get nervous that they're not going to like it. But they're both like, this is
But I
incredible.
mean, it's handles.
Yeah.
Of course they liked it.
What's your flavor?
I'm such a plain boy. I just do like cookies and cream.
That's
Sure.
right.
I just started liking avocado, like guacamole, when I was like 28.
Sure.
That's fine.
It just took a long
It's
time.
overrated. Avocado's
Yeah.
overrated.
Yeah. Ugh.
You know what's good? Salt. That's what makes avocados good.
I didn't put salt on my food for a very long time because when I'm a kid of divorced parents, so neither of my parents knew how to cook really well or at all, and I thought meatloaf was just ground beef cooked with ketchup on it,
That's crazy.
and I was like mid-20s, late 20s when a girlfriend was like, "No, this is meatloaf."
Yeah.
And then I had another ex-girlfriend. I made like scrambled eggs or something, and she was like, "There's no salt on this," and I was like, "I'm confused.
Yeah.
I like the taste of just
It
eggs."
is. Nobody
you want salt
teaches
in
you that,
scrambled eggs?
though. Nobody teaches you to salt things.
No.
They do in the Black House.
Like, well, like my mom was a good cook, and she would season things, but
Yeah.
she never taught me. She's never like, this is how you cook. You know?
Yeah.
So then I was like, I can cook.
I
My
just
mom
know how
cooked, I
to
can
order
cook.
at McDonald's really
Yeah.
well.
And they salt that food.
I guess I
But
watched
I don't
one.
know that.
Yeah, they don't tell you that.
Yeah, they don't tell me that. I
They don't
can't
say
see
with
it.
salt.
No.
You have to say without salt.
Yeah.
To get the fresh fries.
Yeah. I guess I watched my mom cook when I was about like 7th or 8th grade. We got the George Foreman grill, and there was always tons of meat. So she was like, this is safe enough. Figure it out.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
I did. Yeah.
No, my mom would just be like, I'd be like, Mom, what's for dinner? She's like, will you just set the table? She gets so mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
That's kind of annoying.
Curious. Yeah. Well, now I get it as an
Yeah.
adult. I'm like,
Your fattest son, like, what's for dinner?
yeah.
Go set the fucking table. Leave me alone. I'm doing stuff.
She was a great cook, but I never
Every night.
I never learned. The only time I learned how to cook, I worked in a lot of kitchens growing up, so I learned how to cook on
Yeah.
like a flat top.
Yeah.
But I that's the only way I know. how
Did
to
you
cook.
see them
though.
put salt on that?
Yeah, I would put salt on. it.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. I was a salt guy.
That's what your job
I was
was?
a salter.
Yeah. You said when you were a kid, so I imagine you were like a kid working at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And your job was just
12
the
years
salt,
old. I got my first job.
putting salt on things.
Yeah. There was a salt.
Did you really get your first job at 12?
Yeah, I worked. I was a pumpkin hoer. I would hoe pumpkin fields
That sounds like
out in the fields.
child slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. 12 years old.
This is like manual labor in the sun.
Yeah, all my friends are like going to summer camp and riding bikes, and I was like, I have to go get dropped off to hoe pumpkins. And I think we were making like $4 an hour.
Yeah, that's so nasty at 12, too.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
prime outside summertime.
crazy. I mean, I had a nice tan.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I worked with my sister.
She dragged into it too?
Yeah,
How
she
old
was
is she?
she was my boss. She's 2 years older, so she must have been 14.
I was about to say, so a 14-year-old was
Yeah.
your boss at that point?
Yeah, she fired my little brother, who was 10.
Well, he was not picking up the pace.
He wasn't. He was bad at the job.
Yeah,
It was your oldest brother's company?
No, he had a real job. He worked in a factory.
Okay.
he was 15.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I don't know. I've worked since I was 12, and I have no money whatsoever. I can't fucking pay rent. I don't know what I'm doing.
It was under the table, I'm assuming, right?
I probably had
Yeah. All right.
post family.
Was it like a
farms.
family farm?
Not my family.
So just
No,
off-
it was a farm in the area.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And they hired
Kids.
a unit of family, 3 kids from the
Yeah.
same family.
Yeah.
Did they not have
and
kids?
we weren't even like connected with the farm. I don't know how we got that job. It must have been my sister got us.
Was it
the
just
job.
fields of kids? Or is it just you guys?
It was probably 10 of us.
Jesus.
Yeah, crazy. And then they'd come out and yell at us that we were doing a bad job, and I'd be like, I'm 12.
12.
I could be having fun right now.
Like, bro, for real, I just learned how to wipe my ass kind of good.
We're here today. It's a special day. We have a special guest.
We do.
He's a big sports guy. He brought his own football.
and I'm always holding it.
Yeah,
It does feel nice to hold.
It does.
if it's around, you have to hold it.
Yeah.
It's the
for sure.
best. It's comforting.
Yeah.
You feel like a man.
Feels like yeah.
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 You feel confident. You
Yeah.
look confident.
I
with
turn
a
off
football.
all of my show tunes and I put on like Green Day or something.
Yeah, the manliest,
The manliest music,
Green
Green Day. Yeah. A 5'4" guy from San Francisco complaining about the government.
with eyeshadow on. Yeah, I love being a man.
I met one of those dudes like 2 weeks ago, Mike.
He comes to the store a lot.
Yeah, he was the man.
Yeah.
He was super, super nice.
He's tall.
Taller than Billy Joel Armstrong. Yeah.
Billy Joel's so tiny.
I was taller than Billy Joel when I discovered who Green Day was.
You go by Robert.
Robert. Yeah.
Robert Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Rob Ram.
Rob Ram.
Rob Ram.
It's kind of a sick name.
That
Thanks.
is a pretty sick name.
That's the easiest Instagram account. It's
Rob
Rob
Ram.
Ram because it's my first and last name. But people assume that the Ram is like physical.
Yeah.
Like Rob Ram magic.
Especially because your profile picture is with a football.
It's true.
You're really
So,
painting a picture for people. And
Yeah, I
it's
just really
not,
want them to know who I am when they just by the profile picture.
Yeah.
I think when people put stupid profile pictures, it's stupid. Like you get nothing out of it
What do you mean?
because they're always so small. And when
Oh,
someone
yeah,
puts
you
like a
can't see
funny
them.
picture,
Yeah.
well, funny in quotes, I just am like, you're just wasting.
The only time I
Space.
look at a profile picture if it's a girl and it's a private account and I have to zoom in to see if she's hot, then
Yeah.
I should follow her back.
Bonk.
Yeah. And then when you hit and it says request, you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Oops.
Oops. She's gonna know.
But also maybe it leads to love, and it has so often in
Someone's
the
got
past.
to have that story.
I often will request to follow private accounts and then they unfollow me.
Okay.
So
I go through like stages where like, I get a bunch of fake accounts that follow me like in spurts.
like 1,000 Indian people at a time.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, that means you're buying them.
Oh yes. Oh wait, no.
No. Bad.
You know, do what you gotta do.
I use Instagram as a dating service.
Go on.
That's it.
That was it. Yeah.
It's the best dating service.
You should start using Facebook Marketplace as a dating service.
I have. It's all old people, and mostly like middle. I always say Middle Eastern, Eastern European.
Okay.
I'm in NoHo.
I have a friend who uses Facebook Marketplace and he always fucking undersells everybody. So if someone's selling, let's say like a table for $100, he will message him and go, "I'll give you $50."
Yeah.
Or he'll show up to like he'll message them and be like, "Oh, I'll take it." And then he'll show up to their house and he'll just be like, "I have $20 bill."
That's when you have to undercut them. Yeah. Because they think they're gonna get rid of it.
Correct.
They're like ready to go.
I was listening to a podcast once, and this guy was talking about undercutting people on Facebook. Like, let's say the table was $100, he'd be like, "I'll give you 80," and then he'd create another profile, be like, "I'll give you 60, and I'll show you my dick." And the guy would just be like, "All right, just give me the $80.
Yeah.
I'm done with
That's
this.
so
I don't
smart.
want this anymore. This is such a problem."
Oh, that's so good. Just be a weirdo the second time.
yeah, dude.
Fuck, that's pretty good.
You are a man, an entertainer.
Yes, I'm a jack of all trades.
A jack of all trades.
Because I would say yes, I do magic. I am a professional magician,
Yeah.
despite holding the football and having a profile picture of football and a tattoo of the NFL logo on my lower back.
So
Oh,
sick.
interesting choice.
So sick. I might get that.
Every
actually.
team, you like
I
every
legit
team.
might get that.
Every team, every team.
Just a fan of the product.
Just a fan. I'm all about money, capitalism.
Yeah.
In any
CTE.
form, all of it,
Yeah,
baby.
you love
You
it
know,
all.
the NFL logo is the sickest tattoo a guy can
It actually is
Yeah,
sick.
it's so
It actually is sick.
That's why I'm like, "Yo, you're the man."
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of you. I love your get down.
Yeah, I might steal that actually.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
where
you're
that guy's
welcome.
at
Then
Sunday
there'll be
afternoons
two
in the
people in the
fall.
world.
Yeah.
There'll be two people in the world with it.
Yeah.
Maybe three.
No,
We'll
I'm
do
getting
this
it.
together.
That's so tight. Lower back too is so funny. Just take off your shirt at the pool. People are like, "Whoa, dude!"
Whoa, dude! This dude fucking loves football, dude.
Would you get it colored?
Yeah, you have
Blue
to.
and the red?
You have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be
Damn.
great if you were always like if you just never had a football on you, or if
Yeah.
they had that tattoo, they'd be like, "Dude, catch!" You'd be like, "I don't know,
Yes.
catch."
Ow. The guys who close their eyes when they catch it.
They let it hit them first and then
Yeah.
catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Would
man.
you say you're a magician first? What would you say you are first?
I would say I'm a magician first now.
a son, a brother,
a
a
lover,
husband,
I'm
chef.
a bitch. I'm a lover,
a child,
a mother.
a mother.
I'm a sinner. I'm a saint.
Both.
And he does not feel ashamed.
Thank you. I
Wow,
genuinely couldn't think of what the next line was.
Shout out Meredith Brooks. We gotta get her on.
You do gotta get Meredith Brooks on.
Yeah, Meredith Brooks, if you get on this, that'd be
I think she
fantastic.
I have no idea.
You should have to.
I think you have an idea.
You should have to use social media to check in to watch or listen to a podcast so that we
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can
know.
look at who's.
Yeah, I do like that. I
Yeah.
do like that.
No
yeah.
finstas.
Yeah,
No,
that-
You
yeah.
can't
Yeah.
be private.
Yeah.
No.
You can be private, but it's gotta be you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you got to be a hot girl. I got to zoom into the profile
Yeah,
picture
yeah,
and see
yeah.
that you're hot.
Yeah. It's hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes it's just face.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Yeah.
If they're gonna try to.
It's like you could be hiding something underneath there.
It's the most important part.
What if you don't have arms?
What if you don't have arms?
Would you date a girl with no arms?
Wait,
Yeah.
but you'd have to. Do I know beforehand, or am I going and then I'm finding
Bro, you
out?
can't
she
go
has
on
no
a
arms?
blind date and not.
Do you have a girlfriend right now?
I do have a girlfriend right now.
She loses her arms.
Oh yeah, that's
You
fine.
stay with her?
Yeah, that's fine.
Damn. It'd be easy to do that. You know that thing where you put your arms in front of someone and you pretend to be their hands?
Yeah.
It'd be much easier to do
would be.
that.
I feel like I would just. Unfortunately, she would love this to like make a whole routine out of it.
Yeah. Would
Of
you
like
do
a
her
human
makeup and
virtual-
stuff? You would have to.
Oh, I'd have to.
And
Well,
her hair and her clothes.
because I feel like people without arms are really good using their feet, but that's because like they've probably grown up without that,
Yeah.
so they've learned how to do
It's
it.
a
but I
hard
don't-
skill to learn as an adult.
Yeah.
No, it's just the first couple years. It's gonna be a whiny lady with no arms.
Yeah.
I'm not actually.
Abby loses her arms. You stay with her?
Of course, I'm staying with her.
Wow.
I know what it is.
On the Patreon, I'll ask you this question again.
She's gonna subscribe.
That's the goal. I want her money.
She's got an 11-hour flight to fucking Japan in a couple days. She's gonna probably listen to a couple eps. I wonder what they're doing. Ew.
Yeah, it'd be hard. Okay, now a new girl, a girl you've never
Let's
met.
stop with the new girl. I don't like these scenarios.
Well, pre-Abby. This is years ago.
Let's not do that either.
Okay, you're a different person.
All right, yeah. Cool,
You're
cool,
me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You see, there's a girl on Instagram. She's private. You see her cute face. You go on a date. She shows up, no arms. She's armless.
I would not solely based off that she couldn't have told me that she didn't have arms
Yeah, you got to
before
tell.
meeting.
Yeah, you have to tell me.
Sometimes on Hinge, I'll scroll through 4 pictures, and then the 5th picture, she's in a wheelchair. I'm like, this
Is
is
the
fine,
first
but
thing
it's
you
the first picture thing.
Is the
Yeah,
first thing you
that's,
say
yeah,
is
you
this
gotta get that
recent?
out the way.
Yeah, I got. Which
Is
one of
this
these is the
recent?
most recent?
Yeah.
Have you outgrown the wheelchair?
Yeah,
or is
was
it
that just a
new-
temporary thing, or are you still there?
Yeah. You got to check.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was on the apps, one of my best pictures I had was.
You're always on the apps, brother.
I'm not on the dating apps.
Mozzarella sticks.
I love, yeah.
Onion
What?
rings.
Oh,
The
you
triple dipper, baby.
You pointed at my belly, but my phone was right there too, so I was a bit confused. Yeah, I love apps. We've gone over that, but no, my best picture was while I was in crutches. I just put them to the side so you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But in that picture, I couldn't walk.
Why? Weren't you at your fattest when you can't walk?
No, dude, I lost so much weight when I couldn't walk.
Sadness.
No painkillers. Fucking
Hard to get to the kitchen.
Yeah, my leg was just fucking whatchamacallit, just
It was
atrophy.
a waist up picture.
Atrophy? No, it's my whole body. My
Whoa.
parents
I
were
feel like
sick.
that's the diet you should be selling: is tiring somebody out so much that they just can't make it to the kitchen.
Yeah,
And you lose
the
weight.
kitchen too far away diet.
Yeah, I couldn't
kitchen
walk.
too
I couldn't
far
walk to the
away.
kitchen. I had to ask my mommy to bring me snacks.
Or if
it
you
was fucking terrible.
If you could put some, yeah, that'd be awful. My mom would be like, "Are you eating because you're hungry or bored?"
Like, well, I'm really fucking bored. So
Yeah.
you tell me.
I haven't walked.
I can't walk.
I haven't walked in a month. Can I just eat today? Or they could do like a wall that you have to like solve a puzzle to get to the kitchen. Or what's like what's something you don't want to do?
Well, I was about to say it's got to be something. It'd have to be catered to each person of what they don't.
Because I would
wanna
love a
do.
puzzle.
I love puzzles.
Are you an escape room guy?
Oh yeah.
They're the best.
When I tour, because I also do like musical theater as well. So I used to tour with a bunch of shows, and whenever we were around the country, I would just Google like escape room
Yeah.
near me, and I would just take people
They're
to it.
so fun.
So much.
I've
Fun.
never been so.
Yeah.
Does it sound fun to you? Some people think it sounds awful.
The issue with him is
I know what you're gonna say, and you're right.
what?
I'd get bored easily and didn't ruin it for everyone else.
Oh, that too. No, I'd say even if you were engaged, you'd be because it's a lot of communication
be
across a
loud and
room.
wrong.
You'd be like, "Hey man, you gotta do this, man," and then people would be like, "You have to be calm during this."
I'm actually a great teammate. when it
I
comes to
believe
stuff
that.
like
Yeah.
What you find out when you I go with a team. It's me, my sister, my cousin, and his girlfriend, and like we call ourselves No Hints or Die.
Yep. No hints.
No hints or die.
No
We go
hints.
no hints. I've told a game master, even if you watch us beg in that room for a hint, please do not give us a hint.
Yeah.
And they're like,
It doesn't count
"What?"
if you use hints.
And they're like, what? I'm like, no, seriously. Like if we beg you to
Yeah.
give us a hint,
If the
please
room is on fire,
don't give us a hint.
don't open the door.
Please
we have to
don't.
escape.
We have
ourselves.
to do it.
Yeah, no, give me the hints.
I went. Yeah, that's the other issue.
Yeah.
He'd be like this the whole time.
That's for hints?
That's how you ask for a hint.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy that's what they do. Can't you just be like, can we have a hint? Does that not work?
Well, everyone. Yeah, it has to be unanimous, and everyone has to ask for a hint.
Okay.
Yeah.
In some
I went
cases.
with my nephews for the first time. They're two 9-year-old twin boys.
Yeah.
And they they're at that age. I'm learning because I don't remember all my childhood trauma, just blanked out, so I don't remember anything. So I'm kind of learning through them of like what their mentality is at these ages, because I'm going like, oh yeah, now I kind of remember what I would deal with that.
Yeah.
So they're at that stage where they're just like, I just want to do everything that like my uncle and my mom do, like 'cause they do so many cool things. And so their escape room was just them running around going,
just grabbing
That would
everything.
also be me. That would also
not
be me.
not doing anything. And me and my sister just in the zone being like, okay, what do you have? How many
Yeah.
locks are over there? Is it a
Yeah.
number? Is it a pin? Great. And they're just running around going, I got stuff.
I'm like, don't touch anything.
I found a
Leave it
nickel.
there.
It's just important to be like, no, that was in your pocket.
Yeah, my favorite one we've done, I don't think it's there anymore. It used to be on Sunset, but everyone starts off handcuffed to a different part of the room.
Yes.
And one by one, you have to get keys to unlock yourself.
Amazing.
It's so sick.
There was
and then
some
one
great
person has to
ones.
lay in a coffin and shut the door, and then there's a false door that opens on the other side, but you don't know that.
That's terrifying.
One person just thinks they're sacrificing themselves to lay in a coffin.
I've done one escape room
crazy.
that had an actor inside of it.
Whoa.
And it was in
Patrick Swayze.
Anaheim. It's not there anymore.
Oh.
But it was a scary theme. Like it was like a murderer. You're in the woods. You find this cabin, and the murderer has left. I love the convoluted storylines.
Yeah.
The murderer's gone for exactly 1 hour before he comes
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
and you got to get out. And so what we find is like somebody he's locked up. So like comes out, and the guy just looked like, not like a zombie, but he just was like the whole time. And he would give us hints by like walking near the thing that we were supposed to be working on. But he was just terrifying, and he could tell who was scared, so he would just attack my sister. My sister would go running and be like, he's just a dude. He's not going to...
Yeah, I don't deal well in those situations too with like an actor and like a thing like it's fight or flight and
You beat him up.
yeah.
You
Do
punched
you
the
go to
guy.
do you go to Halloween Horror Nights?
So I was gonna say when we were in Paris, we were there was like a haunted like ride at like this festival we went to, and I was just screaming at the guys the whole time. One of them they like jumped down, and he like kind of got close to us, like this like my arm, and, like whacked him away, and then afterwards like me and him were like talking, and I had to apologize.
I feel like doing
I
something...
don't think he understood that I was sorry because we
Yeah.
were talking.
I was gonna say
different
doing something
languages.
scary in a foreign place sounds horrifying.
Yeah, dude, like don't touch me, French carny. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's
Why are you
scary.
touching people?
That's the whole point of it, though.
Yeah, they're called
No,
lecarnes.
but scare me. Don't touch me. I don't like to be touched by strangers.
What's the scariest thing to you? Is it just touched by strangers?
No,
Like if you were in a Saw situation, what's the most terrifying thing that the Jigsaw could put you in that you would be like, this is like the worst thing possible?
He would say, you're not funny. You're a failure. Your parents aren't proud of you.
whatever.
Yeah, you wouldn't care.
Fuck you. All right, dude. No, if you were like fucking like I don't know. This probably isn't the scariest thing, but I would be like fucked up if he was like drowning me in like a vat of like bugs or like
Oh, yeah. Snail. I hate
yeah,
snails.
like
Whoa.
Snails are my...
Like-
Don't
feels
eat
like-
them.
I will not.
you can eat them. That's
No,
cool.
there's a guy that ate one and had a disease, and now he's paralyzed.
the fucking guy that eat
Yeah,
beef
but he's
every-
got a good Tinder picture.
the guy that ate Chipotle and had a disease. Good joke.
No, his friends like dared him to eat this slug, and then it fucking
Ugh.
crippled him.
Also, if it was like a big thing of roaches, like I'd freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
roaches
I
are
don't like
pretty
fast moving bugs. I don't like bugs at all.
Fast moving bugs, I think. Well,
Bugs are
I
scary.
hate snails, and that's the slowest
Yeah.
fucking bug that I
Yeah,
probably
that's true.
could.
Also, like fucking,
Underwater.
I don't like pickles either. That shit's gross.
Pickles?
Yeah.
They scare you?
They don't scare me.
Like a
Not
cat
scary.
when you put a cucumber near a cat and they jump.
No, if they like fucking tied my hands and like drowned me in pickle juice, like that'd be worse than like water or something.
What?
No,
How
no, I
would it
just
be
don't like- I don't
worse
like
than
pickles.
water?
Because water,
It's the same result of death.
It smells
You're
bad.
waterboarding Morgan, but he's more pissed it's pickle juice.
I'd be fucking
That's what I'm saying.
furious.
Perfect. If you were waterboarded with pickle juice, that's like the worst possible thing.
Dude, I
for
told you I fought that kid in high school because he put pickles in my football equipment in my locker.
I didn't know you didn't like pickles so much.
Like pickle
I-
slices or like a whole pickle?
Anything. I don't like pickle slices.
No,
pickle
that he
juice,
put in
whole
your-
pickles.
it's interesting. You're always trying to eat my pickle.
You're so stupid. It was. Don't give him that, Cameron. That was.
That was a
bad.
good
No,
joke.
it wasn't. He winked at you and everything. He was like, "Yeah, that was nice." No, it wasn't. That was so dumb. No, he put.
You like my pickle juice?
Okay.
Come.
We'll waterboard you with that.
Yeah, what if... Would you rather be waterboarded with pickle juice or my cum?
Oh, bro, just fucking shoot me.
It's a win-win because you're getting edged and it drips on his head and he's losing
Just
because he hates
fucking
it.
shoot me.
No, you have to get waterboarded. We're torturing you to get information about whether or not you date a girl with no arms.
I would date a girl with no arms. Yeah, I would. Why
Whoa,
not?
right now?
No, not right now.
Well, he said it. You heard it here
That
first.
happens
Yeah, you heard it here first. Clip it.
I don't know what if like fucking Rihanna
Flip it.
lost her arms. What are we gonna be like?
You'd
no?
leave Abby for her?
No.
What's worse, no arms or no legs? Well, not worse. What's harder maybe to...
No legs, right?
I think no arms. No arms, you have to do everything for them.
Yeah.
No legs, they can get on a skateboard.
Bro, I
True.
saw fucking, it was Naked and Afraid. That's a show, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this lady, they put her around.
That's you when you see a pickle in the fridge.
Why would I be naked?
I just assume you're always
Just
naked at your
impose on
house.
my house. No, but this lady, she had no legs, and they like suck her in the middle of the Amazon. And she's just dragging her fucking naked pussy around.
How much no legs though? Because I'm picturing waist.
No, like fucking, like right here.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was just like, what is, you're going to catch something.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Very brave of her.
I guess.
Plus, no legs you can kind of carry around.
No, she was.
no arms.
I mean,
they,
you can
like-
carry someone with no arms.
Yeah, but it's like they're probably heavier. I feel like legs is a lot of weight.
She was like super like independent too, and just like.
Makes sense.
And it draws out your weight, right? So it's like longer.
Yeah.
If you're like this, you can pick
I mean,
that
she was
up.
pretty like she had I think she climbed K2 with
Well,
no
she
legs.
climbed K2.
No, she actually did climb because she only.
Oh,
did
yeah,
them
she
like
only
this.
climbed.
Yeah. She only climbed. She didn't walk up there like a fucking pussy.
I mean, I get
Like
a
the
lot
real
of no legs people on TikTok. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
They accomplish a lot.
they do overcompensate a little bit.
Well, it's got to be easier to have. It's got to be easier to have no legs and no arms. Because you
I
can just
think
get
so.
a chair.
Yeah, but I don't know, we talked about it before. People would know like if you're born with no arms, people have like they learn how to do a bunch of shit with their feet.
Yeah.
Like I can pick stuff up with my toes, no problem.
I can
Just saying,
too,
okay.
but I just wanted to see how far we're gonna do this.
No, because he doesn't believe me. He started laughing.
No, I believe you.
All right.
I do this shit with clothes all the time.
Yeah.
Clothes, towel on the floor.
Clothes. I'll take off my socks.
yeah.
I'll take off my socks with
Yeah, I take off my socks on my feet too.
but I'll put them into like the nice little fucking bundle.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I have very long toes.
No, it's definitely like a tall guy or lazy guy thing to.
Let's go lazy.
Yeah. I'd be grabbing the remote with my feet.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Is the people with no legs on your TikTok who are accomplishing a lot of stuff, are they accomplishing a lot of stuff because they have no legs, or are we just lazy as fuck that we're not doing anything?
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, you did something,
I don't
and
know
I've
if we're
done
lazy,
literally
we just
nothing.
have arms.
No, we're
Like,
lazy.
why would I use my feet if I have arms?
I have all four, and I'm lazy.
And I'm also lazy, but I don't think the fact that I use my arms instead of my legs makes me.
I think
lazy.
if I lost my arms and my legs, my lifestyle would not change.
And that's how you know you're lazy.
Yeah.
that is perfect.
my lifestyle would have a big change. I'd have to learn how to play Xbox again.
Yeah, but you can do like the face thing or whatever.
They have the
Oh,
the
face controller?
accessory
Yeah.
accessory controllers.
I'm in on that.
I mean, it's the guys in the wheelchair can talk with no movement.
There's a professional Street Fighter player who has no legs or arms.
Really?
He plays with his
Whoa.
face. He plays on a gamepad.
With his mouth?
Uh-huh.
With his tongue? Dude, imagine your tongue game.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking about. Guy's a monster.
It's all the horny boys.
He's just doing Hadoukens on her. Shoryuken.
Bicycle kick that clit.
Okay. That's crazy.
He's got to do that guile charge kick. He's got to hold it back to the left for 2 seconds and then
I never
forward,
played,
back, forward.
I never played Street Fighter. I
Really?
don't know these references.
Bicycle kick.
Ryu?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Is that Street Fighter?
that's Street Fighter.
Ryu, yeah.
Ken.
Who's the big
Raiden?
green guy?
What?
Who's the big green guy?
Blanca.
Blanca, yeah.
Blanca.
I know. They
He's
should
green?
The green monster.
Should have been Verde, but
Yeah.
I feel you.
Blanca's white.
I know. Maybe not in Japanese.
It's K-A, not C-A.
Blanca. Oh, okay.
B-L-A-N-K-A.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Blanca.
I was a Mortal Kombat guy.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's the
You
best.
still?
I played X or whatever when it came out, and I'm like, this sucks. Just mashing buttons. I don't know.
There's another game after that.
X1,
Yeah, just one.
X2. No, I mean, I like it was fun to play when games were bad.
It's a good party game.
I like played at
Yeah,
my
yeah.
grandma's when I was a kid.
Like, I'm not going to play Mortal Kombat online, but if you got, like, 3 or 4 bros in the room, and you're all just, like, taking turns bowing out, that's fun as fuck.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's fun when everybody doesn't know how to play.
Yeah.
Because I play Street Fighter enough that if you was like, oh, I got Street Fighter, let's play, I would just be like,
You destroy everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
how I
the
feel
thing.
about
It's like,
FIFA.
is it worth getting good at? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a
First
fun
off, none
hobby.
of these things are worth getting good at.
The only way I would play it is if
They're
it was
fun.
from that Black Mirror episode where you start fucking in the game,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was very funny.
and then me and you would kiss in real life.
That was the funniest episode of Black Mirror ever.
Yeah, it was.
Why did they think that was...
hilarious.
What were they doing there?
Dude, it's like a mirror to society.
Yeah.
It's like
You,
I
you
know-
always want to fuck your gamer
We'll
bros.
get Falcon, he'll be addicted to video games, then he'll fuck his bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was him.
Yeah, it's Anthony Mackie.
Damn.
Also,
that
one
was
of the
crazy.
funniest guys ever.
Is he funny?
Yeah, just unintentionally, because anytime like fans like try and like get like an autograph or take a picture with him or something, he's always very like No, not right now. And like very serious about himself. It's like, bro, you're on the
You should get him on the
basketball team.
podcast.
Yeah.
You should get him on the podcast.
I love
He's
Anthony
fun. Just get him.
Mackie.
Yeah,
on
can
him.
we get Anthony Mackie, Cam?
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
Tweet him, DM him now. Slide into those DMs.
From the Big Humble account. It has less followers than all of us.
And I'm sure if all of us DM too.
Yeah.
It's about numbers.
Yeah, quantity over quality.
Yeah. In this case, for sure.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's heard of Bad Ladder.
Probably.
He's Captain America now.
He is Captain. You're right. I can't call him Falcon anymore. He's Captain
Yeah,
America.
now he's Cap.
That's kind of crazy. You can just get upgraded to a different superhero.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're Falcon. We know who you are. You still got the wings. You fly.
And Captain is traditionally white.
Well,
Don't take that from us. Captain America.
to be
Today
fair, you guys
is.
can keep that one.
Yeah, you don't want that. Today is April 22nd. Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.
Earth Day.
It's Earth Day.
It's Earth Day.
You guys celebrate?
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't litter today.
Yeah, it's just I do.
So one
everything,
day you don't
I do
litter?
everything organically. I eat organic food.
Okay.
Smoke a lot of weed.
Okay.
Yep.
Drink a lot of cider that I made outside.
Sure.
That's
Drink
good
a lot
stuff.
of
Post Family Farms had good cider.
Sure they did. 12-year-olds are making it. It's got fucking
I was
boogers in it.
stomping the apples with my feet as a 12-year-old. I don't know how they make cider.
But you were not like big enough to like really squish them, so you
Yeah.
had to really
Yeah.
jump on them.
No, I'd have to have other 12-year-olds on my shoulders.
They put all you guys in a cage and just lower it.
Yeah, it was a good operation. I do when I drive by there sometimes. I do get like a feeling of
Where is it at?
in Hudsonville, Michigan.
You said when you drive by it, like you do it every so often, like
Yeah.
on your way home, you
Yeah,
drive
yeah.
past it.
No, when I'm back in Michigan and I drive by it, I get get tense up.
It's
Such an
just
awful
the
experience.
trauma starts going through.
Yeah.
You start remembering all the
That's
horrible
12?
things.
You hired a 12-year-old?
You gonna go see it this weekend?
Probably.
Nice.
They do have good cider.
I mean, yeah, you gotta get the
You got to
cider.
go in the fall though,
Yeah.
and they do the donuts.
Apple fritters?
No. The donuts that apple cider
Oh,
places make.
the cake ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Those
so
are alright.
good.
I don't like a cakey donut.
I don't like a cakey donut either.
You don't prefer it, but when you get if it's all they have and you get it with some apple
Give me a
cider,
nice
it hits.
yeasty glazed boy.
Okay,
What? Yeah, you're right. Pause.
you're a glazed boy.
Glazed you boy.
After I'm through with you,
Yeah.
we have a lot of gay sex together.
We don't have any gay sex together. Matt just likes to talk about it every episode.
Speaking of magic, I make my dick disappear in his ass.
And then reappear, and then disappear, and then reappear.
Why'd
and
you
then
go with that?
disappear.
Why'd you do that?
And then
Come on, it's good
reappear, And then
podcasting.
reappear, and then surprise, there's a
Surpri-
glazed donut on
And
you.
then I go, whoa, more coming out, more coming out, more
Whoa,
coming
whoa.
That's
out.
very funny.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's weird that the cum is tied in little knots like the silks.
And it's all different colors. And
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's not. You should see his diet.
that's the magic.
so you have seen us cum.
Let's go. He's
All right,
cooking.
but I thought we were friends, dude.
Let's talk about magic. I want to talk about magic.
Yeah, let's talk about magic.
What is it?
I'm such a snob of magic.
Yeah.
I think.
Will you kind of introduce yourself to the
Yeah.
listeners?
So I am Robert Ramirez, Robert at Magic, and I've been doing magic for about 20 years professionally, and I got into it at the same time I was studying theater in college. So I had this kind of theatrical background and at the same time doing another theatrical art form, which was magic. And I've been on Penn and Teller Fool Us twice, 2 different seasons. I've done the show called Masters of Illusion that's on the CW. Magic Castle,
Magic Castle.
out here, which is a clubhouse for magicians. Because a lot of people don't know that if they're not in LA.
It's the comedy store for magicians.
It is the comedy store of magicians. It's true. And what else?
You've been.
Bet they sell out.
Have you been?
Magic Castle, I haven't.
Yeah, I bet they sell out.
I haven't been to
Not
Magic
us.
Castle.
Hey, run ads. Somebody's got to listen.
Somebody. There's gonna be somebody who hears
Yeah.
that goes, "Aw."
You've never been to the Magic Castle?
I haven't been to Magic Castle.
Whoa.
I don't know. It just every time yeah.
Do you does
Yeah.
magic? Do you like magic?
It frightens me. I'm a Christian. So I don't really believe in your
Did you
devil's
not?
ways.
Did you not
I was
watch?
gonna put that aside, but then you started making gay jokes about me. So now I feel like it's a good time to bring it up.
We got a rivalry on the
Yeah,
couch.
Yeah. You probably didn't like the gay jokes either because you're a hard Christian.
Oh, I'm okay with that. We're accepting of all types of people.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Don't let that propaganda fool you. There's plenty of gay people in Black Church. You ever seen the choir director?
No.
Gayest guy in the church.
He does a lot of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always got the brightest jacket on.
Yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what? He believes in Jesus and not this devil worship. But
Does Jesus believe in him, though?
Were you? Do you not watch Harry Potter?
No, it wasn't allowed in my house.
Is this real?
No, my parents didn't give a shit. I saw the first 3 and I was like, I don't care about this anymore.
Harry Potter rips.
J.K. Rowling doesn't believe. Well, she doesn't
That's a
believe in
good
a lot
Christian.
of things.
That's a good
She
Christian.
doesn't believe in a lot of things. But there's no Harry Potter magic kits because she doesn't think it's magic. They're like casting spells and doing like real magic.
It's like
She
witchcraft.
looks down on magicians.
Correct, because they're not doing real magic.
It's
they're doing
witchcraft in
tricks.
Harry
Which
Potter,
she
right?
invented.
That's where it's the magician.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are just like lying.
We're near the bottom of the tier of entertainers, though. It literally goes mimes, clowns, magicians.
I think
You're
we're
below them?
close to you.
I think comics probably close.
Yeah, I think we might be level.
Improvisers might be.
below us.
Right below.
Below us both.
Improvisers
Yeah.
below moms, in my mind.
No.
Yeah.
You think
Mime.
improvisers are below mime?
Bro, if
I'm more impressed by a mime acting out a scene than fucking.
if one of your friends was like, I'm dating a mime,
I'm intrigued.
And they've got no
If one of my
arms.
friends said I'm dating a mime, I'd be like, all right, I have to meet this person. If one of my friends said I'm dating an improviser, I'd be like, you should probably.
But if that mime had no arms, how are they going to do there in a box? They're going to have to do it with their feet.
that'd be a sick mime.
That would
actually.
Yeah,
be
that'd
awesome.
be a good act.
Stuck
Shout
in a
out to
box
any.
with my feet.
Shout out to any armless mimes out there.
We gotta find one. Cameron, look that up.
Look
No,
it up.
I-
Will you slide into those DMs?
I think mimes is. I mean, there's places to do improv.
Yeah,
Barely.
Right. The mimes go to what? A boardwalk.
the street, baby.
Right. That's. I mean, come on.
It's close to magicians. We also
entertainment
base
for
that
the
in that
world.
place.
I think we clear both mimes and improvisers.
Yeah, you guys do.
Yeah.
I think mimes.
No, magicians too.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys do.
Yeah.
But I think mimes clear improvisers.
That's crazy. That's
That's
a
a hot
crazy
take.
take to me.
That's
yeah.
a hot
I don't agree
take.
with that at all. What about the statue guys?
That's mimes.
Oh, yeah, I guess I would consider that mime.
Is that a mime?
Yeah, those guys rule.
A frozen mime?
Those
Yeah.
guys rule?
I'm just thinking of the guy from
And
Euro
as
Trip.
far as-
I'm literally just thinking of the guy from Euro Trip.
If your
Sorry.
if your daughter comes home and goes, I'm dating a statue guy.
Or if she doesn't tell you that and you like this dude, you meet him, you're like, this guy's so nice and awesome. And then he's like, you should come out to my work. You're like, oh my God, where you work? He's like, Santa Monica Pier. You're like, oh my God, yeah, I'll be there. And then you go. And he's
He's a
just
statue guy.
Two
straight
questions. Two
cool.
questions. Is he making my baby girl happy?
No.
Well,
No, he's poor as shit.
is she happy?
No, he's gone 8 hours a day and he comes home with $20 in quarters.
Does he believe in Jesus?
Yeah.
We can work with it.
All right.
Okay.
Tell your daughter to have a good life.
Yeah.
She
Bible
could be
says-
with someone better.
If she was dating a comic, I'd be like this. No. No.
Worse than a statue guy?
Yeah.
Do you find as being a comic when you're meeting like significant other parents that there's a lot of pressure? Do they do that thing where you're like, oh, you're a comic, tell a joke?
Yeah.
Like the equivalent of a magician, like do a trick.
It's often, yeah. It's the same. Or what kind of comedy do you do?
They do that
Which
with
is
magic
impossible
too.
to answer.
It's the same with magic.
I do what I think is good.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, podcasting is definitely the worst of all of it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I
Well,
think the turn's happening because now essentially radio is back.
Oh,
Into
okay.
podcasting,
That's a good point.
which is really crazy.
But anytime
Yeah.
them and my girlfriend's parents are like, "Oh, what's it about?" And I was like, I don't want to tell you.
I would never tell someone I'm a podcast.
I did it.
Yeah.
I work at the comedy store.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do they say, hey, you should sell more ads?
Yeah. You know what? I'm still employed there. I'm not gonna touch that one.
Cut that.
Yeah, I do think we are very similar
Yes, art forms.
in a thing where like there's a small part of the population that respects us, and then
Yes.
most of the world thinks we're idiots.
I think there's a very bizarre. I have such a hot take on magic for being a professional magician. It's like I think magic is the stupidest art form. It's the only art form you can buy your way into and just be that. So like a lot of in the magic community, the way we sell magic is we either sell it through books where we write our secrets and you buy the book and you just learn how to do it, or then you have to learn how to do it. But mostly it's like tricks that you can just buy. There's a video instruction on how to do it, and then
Yeah.
you just do it. And you just do the pattern they give you, and you just do it exactly the way they do it, and now you're doing the exact same thing that David Blaine just did on his last special. Verbatim. Like, you could
Crazy,
do
yeah.
exactly that, and there's no shame in it.
I might become a magician.
So like that'd be crazy.
Like the
You'd just
equivalent
be
would be-
dropping all your fucking stuff everywhere.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Dog.
You would be a really good bad magician.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah. I have a theory. I want to do a show where there's 4 magicians on the bill, but one of them's a comedian or an improviser. Well, no, he'd have to be better than that.
You might as well get a mime.
What's a statue guy?
But he's just spray painted gold, but he's still doing it normal. He just happens to be gold. And then at the end of the show, I want to and like each person has like a huge credits as they come out every single time. And at the end of the show, we have the audience vote on who they think is not the real magician.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's a
Because
really
I
good
think
show.
that it would be accidental. I think they would get it right, but I don't think it would be like obviously that guy or girl. I think it would just be like, I think that person.
It'd be like a split vote.
Yeah, and I would teach them 2 days before the show.
That's a
Yeah.
great
Their
show.
set. And we would build them as they're on all these famous TV shows. They're on
that'd be
America's Got
great.
Talent and everything.
Yeah.
The hardest part is you got to
really fun.
find a comedian who's not known.
Right.
I know
It's like
a
the
bunch of
audience.
those.
If you're like,
I know a bunch of comedians already.
Yeah, I could give you a list of about 200.
but if it's like a comedy venue,
Got
it's
two
almost
sitting in the room right now.
There's 2 in the room.
if it's like a comedy venue, then you can't really use a comedian, and if it's a
Sure,
magic
sure.
venue, you can't use.
Yeah.
They'll know who's not the magician usually. Not
Yeah.
like, you know what I
Do
mean?
it
It's
at the
like
Magic Castle.
we could.
Would you get in trouble for having a don't you have to be like approved to perform?
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The
So
answer is yes.
it's like the Comedy Store.
But you can not be passed at the Comedy Store and still go up on shows.
You can not be passed at the Magic Castle and still go up on shows. Apparently.
Is there one at the castle? There's one guy who books everything.
Yeah. That's what it is at the Comedy
Yeah.
Store.
It's the same thing.
Well, they-
What I'm getting.
Okay, I'll give you his information. You give me yours,
All
and,
right,
we'll,
deal.
and we'll do it. We'll
right.
switch.
They do outside produced shows, so she doesn't book those.
Oh, okay.
But all the house shows. she
Yeah.
does.
Our guy, his name is Luke Schwartz.
If you want
I
to
feel
do
like if
comedy
I
at the Comedy
Google
Store,
Luke Schwartz, I'm gonna
Google
get
Luke
some
Schwartz.
really
you'll
bad.
see a lot of chins.
Why are you doing that?
What?
We already got the good joke. In.
We gotta insult him. He's an insult guy.
but
Much
I
like my
think,
mom's cooking.
I think that magic is the easiest art form to get into because it's the only art form that you can buy your way into. Like I can't buy a set of paint and brushes that will make me paint a Picasso.
It's true.
I can't buy anything else like
Can
that.
I counter you with doing comedy costs literally nothing and you have to learn absolutely nothing? Like with magic, you have to buy something and learn the trick. With comedy, you just go, here's my name.
Correct. The hardest part is you have to be funny when you're a comedian.
I don't think that's true.
That's not true at all.
For
You should
people
go to
to
more
like
shows,
you.
buddy.
For people to like you.
That's
Sure.
also not true.
Because in magic, even if what I say is stupid, the end result is going to be the most impressive thing you've ever seen.
Sure.
So I'm going to win no matter what.
Sure.
Which sucks for people who try really hard, as I do.
Yeah.
I always go out of my way for my art, which is silly. But, I mean, it's not silly. But it really confuses magicians. I lecture for them all the time. And the thing that they're always confused by is like, I make a million steps to do one trick that I could have done with only like 2 steps, but I wanted to add all those extra steps to help aid in the mystery of what
Yeah,
it
it's a
is.
performance.
It's a performance. And a lot of magicians don't see it that way, probably the same way a lot of comedians don't see it as like, oh, you have to be like timing, and it's all about all the small things you have to sculpt out.
Yeah, I think because it is like, we also learn tricks essentially in terms of like, it's like a equation where you can do
Yeah.
this and do this to
Direction,
get a
yeah.
laugh.
Yeah.
But then what ultimately sells you as a good performer is like your spin on it, your charisma, your personality, which I think is probably because there can't be that many
Yes.
more tricks left.
Correct. I think that's true. But I think what I always get, my pet peeve in magic is like watching the trick of the week that is just released on whatever magic website.
Crowd work.
Yeah.
And then I see it on social media a million times.
Yeah.
And I go like, great, you guys don't. There's thousands of books just on card magic itself. And people are buying some stupid card that turns into a watch when they do that. And then you just go like, that's the trick. And you're like, well, I guess that's a trick, but was there a story? Was there
Do
anything
something,
with
perform
it?
it, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And like magicians just don't get that.
Yeah. You're a sick magician. I've seen you twice.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I try.
The opening guitar thing was so
Thank.
good.
That's one of my fun,
Incredible.
little original things.
Yeah.
I try to do
You gotta see it.
Well, you'll see it one day. I try to do crazy.
I'm so mad. I don't know what this is.
I try to create. Like I'm constantly trying to create stuff, and I don't like to repeat tricks. Usually, like Mo has seen me both shows. Did you see both shows I did with Allie?
I did, yeah. And Culture Court.
And Culture
I've
Court.
seen you 3 times.
So, and I've tried to do different things every time because I want the experience, even for people who have seen me, that you don't see something a second time. Even though you may have never seen anything, I won't do that ukulele thing again unless you probably weren't in the room.
Yeah.
Just because it's this weird thing that I love the idea that you're constantly in the same space as he is, opposed to like, oh, this is a good one,
Right.
but like your thing. So Al and I are doing a show which will have already been done by the time this is out, I
Yep.
think. And I've always wanted
Great show.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah,
It was
you
great.
did great.
What I did in that show, hopefully this is gonna get future me to do this. I have this trick idea that I want to vanish a giant dildo. So I want to.
Get this guy.
So I want to.
You're the S guy. Why are you trying to make me the S guy?
I want to hand this huge dildo out to the audience to get examined. Then I'm going to take it back and put it like on a little wooden plaque, and then just like stick it there so it's on like a chair. And then I'm going to cover it with a paper bag, and I'm going to say, and now I'm going to vanish it. And then I'm going to just jump and sit on it. And then I'm going to stand
pretty
up,
good.
and there's just the wood plaque is stuck to my ass. And I'm going to
Yeah.
go, there you go. And then I'm just going to waddle off. That's all I
very
want to
funny.
do.
And will it be in your ass?
Who knows?
Yeah, damn. I will say for Culture Court, I was standing behind you during
Yeah.
your tricks, and I saw a little something fishy. But
Go
I won't
on.
say what.
Okay.
It was the bottle.
Yeah.
When you're pulling the bottles out. I was like, interesting.
They were
That's
in
why
his
we always
ass.
sit in front of the magician.
It's true. I do.
With the newspaper thing, I had no idea.
Stop talking about the tricks I haven't
I was
seen.
like intently watching the newspaper. I was like, I'm gonna figure this one out too, and I couldn't. It's fucking crazy.
It was so much fun. That was great.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a
just gotta go
question?
more often.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you, as a magician, do you ever like bomb?
Oh, I would say.
Well, that's a good question.
Well, the equivalent of bombing in magic is just failing at the trick.
Oh, okay.
Like if the trick does not work,
Yeah.
I am just. It's the worst. I said this joke at one of the shows with Allie, which was like, all the comedians have their set list and they're like jokes. They're like, oh, maybe I'll skip this. I'm out to do one fucking trick, and that's the only thing I can do.
Yeah.
And if this fails, I don't have a backup plan.
Yeah.
to
Gotta
do
start
it.
improvising.
When I went to the Magic Castle, I think I saw 3 shows, and one of them was like these 2 guys. I think it was their first night doing it or something, and they were very nervous.
Oh, no.
Or one guy was very nervous, and they messed up. They like pulled a card, and it wasn't the card, and then they just moved on. But I was like, oh, it's so interesting.
I've only done. I mean, I've messed up tons of tricks, but the nice thing in magic is you can kind of go around it to get to a different place because
Yeah.
no one knows what the next thing is. So
Yeah.
like, if you do pick the wrong card, I can either switch tricks or just fake my way through it, which I've done many of times. There was only once that I abandoned a trick completely, and it was a trick that my mentor made, which is he does a lot of what we call like mathematical tricks or self-working tricks. He designs a lot of illusions too, like the Statue of Liberty that vanished that David Copperfield did in the 80s. That was his design. But he also does all these great close-up tricks. And so it was a self-working trick, which means the trick just kind of works by itself mathematically, even though it doesn't look like it's mathematic. And I must have set the cards up in the wrong format. And so I get to the end and I say, you're going to pick a word. And he picks a word, and it's not the word that I needed. And I just went, ladies and gentlemen, I've done this trick thousands of times. Never have I messed up. And then I just went on to the next thing. Because there is nothing you can do.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just nothing you can do.
You can't pretend like, oh, the trick was that it was wrong.
You can.
That's what I would
You
do.
can probably kind of get away with it being silly that you've messed up, and that's kind of what happened. Is they were on my side of like, oh, this is crazy that you messed up, but it's okay. But then we have a plot line in Magic called a sucker trick, which is a trick that seems like it's messed up, and then
Right.
you're just like, fuck you. This is the actual
Yeah, I
thing.
fall for
I saw
that every
Chris
time.
Pratt do that on a talk show.
Yes,
He like acted like he kept getting it wrong, and then at the end
and
got
then
it
it was
right.
right. So the next,
He's my favorite magician, by the way.
the next trick I did after failing that trick was a sucker trick the same way. So as I started doing it and I failed, I had realized, oh no, this audience thinks that I just fucking suck.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Now it seems like 2 tricks I fucking can't get right in
Yeah.
a row.
I guess you can't go to the sucker trick after you fuck up the
Correct.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
There is a magician out there who does. I've seen him do 3 sucker tricks in a row at the castle, and I was like, nobody is on your
Yeah.
side. Like after the second one, everyone was just like, yeah, I guess he messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, oh
I just
no.
think he stinks.
Yeah.
That's like if Rick Glassman were to go and bomb.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing. Just trying to make a metaphor. My other question is, it's interesting you got into magic late because I always see magicians and I'm like, you were 8 when you wanted to do this.
I was 8 when I started doing it.
Oh, word.
And I did it like my parents got divorced and we moved with my grandparents. And I was
Sorry.
Like, no, it's okay. I've healed. I've healed over
My
it.
parents are divorced too.
Several times over.
My mother has divorced from the world. And yeah, my dad's been divorced a couple times.
She's dead.
I forgot that.
for sure. Just
I
wanted
got
to
that. I
clarify.
got that.
No doubt.
I got
She
that.
divorced to life, so to speak.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Are your parents divorced?
No.
Still together.
Fuck. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Doesn't it piss you off when you meet people like
Why,
that?
Do you
marriage-
have family dinners?
Hey, you can call it that.
Do you eat at a dining table?
No. We eat in separate rooms and watch TV.
Crazy. It's like, why even be together then?
Yeah.
Brother,
That's
I've been
literally
telling
just
them
my
that for
life.
about 15 years.
You know, his parents like hate each other but are together.
They don't hate each other. They're just, curmudgeons.
Curmudgeons.
My mom wants to do stuff. My dad doesn't want to do anything.
Do they have the Ricky and Lucy 2 separate beds?
No, they sleep in the same bed.
Pause.
Why is that pause? What the fuck?
I like doing the sexual pause on things that are not sexual at all.
No, they sleep in the same. I mean, yeah.
Do you watch them sleep in the same bed?
Sometimes.
What?
I used to when I was a child.
What?
What?
No, I'm
That's
joking.
pause.
Sure. I
No,
watch
no.
my parents sleep.
That's like White Lotus shit.
No, I used to. Till I was about 8.
That's either the White Lotus theme
No.
or...
Let me stop you right there, Robert.
Or that's the
Or
song
that
his
street-
parents sing before bed.
Or that Street Fighter guy going down on a girl.
Wow, it's crazy.
Hadouken!
the tongue game, baby.
Products of divorce, just jealous of my happy family.
Bro, you excited for UFC 314 in Miami?
I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be an epic night of fights.
Yeah, you're going to bet on it with my bookie?
Of course, I'm betting with my book. I wouldn't bet with anything else.
Tell me about the fights.
Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. I think you're going to see one of the best technical fights you've ever seen. Both these guys are monsters. Folks been running through the division for like the last half decade. It's his division. But Lopez is on the come up.
I'm betting on Volk.
You got to bet on Volk.
Yeah.
There's no way he goes down to this weight class to lose. You know what I
see.
mean? We will see.
We'll see. I'm excited. What's the other fight?
Patty the Batty. Patty Pimblett versus Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Michael Chandler was supposed to fight McGregor, but then he got hurt and also went crazy. So I don't think that's happening anymore.
All right.
So he's fighting Patty. Patty's been on the come up. He's a fan favorite. Submission.
I know Patty the Batty.
Yeah, submission expert, bro.
Yeah.
I think he chokes him out.
Yeah.
Chandler's been out of the ring for a while.
He has an accent.
Yeah, he's from Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's
Liverpool.
Scouse.
Liverpool.
Scouse. Yeah,
Those guys can fight.
they can.
Yeah, I'm going to bet on it with my bookie. Their bet and get is back.
Ben gets back?
Yeah, if you bet at least $10, you can earn surprise rewards. Free spins, free bets, whatever.
That's pretty nice.
And the more you bet, the more you can win.
Yeah, use a little bit of that in the online casino. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
If you guys want to bet on mybookie.com, use promo code Big Humble. If you use the Big Humble, you get if you deposit $50, you get an extra $25.
Love that.
Go bigger with $100. If you want to bet $100, mybookie throws in $50.
Come on now.
That's double $25.
Yeah, you can go Volk. You could parlay it with Patty. And then, you got an extra fucking 25 to play with.
Yeah,
Extra
and then
50
you
to
can
play
use
with.
that money to
Yeah.
bet even more
Yeah, for sure.
on my bookie.
Baseball's back. NBA's getting good. We're real close to the playoffs.
The Masters coming up.
Come on now.
So use my bookie and use promo code Big Humble. Sign up now.
No, I'm
Yeah, we are jealous.
I'm jealous that you are just living my life by not having dinner at a dining room table.
Yeah, I don't know. We're
Do you get? I get jealous of people because I never grew up with at a dining room table. We never had dinner.
We
at
were a
the
big
table.
dining room family.
we were on Sundays, but we were like big TV trays in front of the TV family. We'd eat together in front of the TV. Yeah. The fuck I gotta say to you? The Simpsons.
What shows
are on.
did you watch?
Fucking dumb as hell.
Simpsons. The last show we really watched as a family was Malcolm in the Middle.
That's a good.
One of the greatest shows ever
Yeah,
made.
but like everyone just sitting there like laughing for a half an hour, just having a good time.
That's crazy though. You could do that after dinner.
My dad would watch.
You don't have to do it while
my,
you eat.
my dad would watch
Or-
ER.
All right.
He watched any show with big words in it. He watched ER.
a
He
big
watched
Sorkin guy.
Frasier.
Yeah.
I bet he loves
watched-
911.
No, he didn't watch that.
Oh, big words in it. Sorry. I thought you were doing a joke where you watched ER and CSI.
Gotcha.
and
No, it's just shows that were really smart,
technical.
technical.
Me and my mom, we used to watch Grey's Anatomy together. I was like in high school.
I had a friend who watched
Yeah.
the first episode and the last episode of every season, but nothing in between
I like that.
of Grey's Anatomy
kinda all
to
you
see if
need.
they could figure it out. And by season 5, don't tell me because I'm gonna do this with her. By season 5, she recorded herself crying because she was like, "This is the craziest finale I've ever seen." I haven't even watched this
Yeah,
show.
You don't even. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Season 5. I don't really remember.
So I was like, I gotta try this because I've never seen any episode of Grey's Anatomy in my life.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have an older sister, 3 years older than me. She has a degree in acting from Cal State Fullerton.
Whoa, CSF.
Yeah.
CSUF.
CSUF, yeah.
CSUF.
CSUF.
That sounds like a skin disease.
Are they the banana slugs?
They're the
Conquistadors?
elephants. They're the Titans.
Titans.
Yes. Yeah. They have a
Elephant
good
kind
baseball
of the
team.
titan of the animal
They do have a good
industry.
baseball team. They're big. What'd you say?
Elephants are
I said
titans.
elephants are titans of the animal industry. Kind of.
The industry?
Industries.
They're big and they're smart.
Just not the animal world, not the animal kingdom, the animal
No,
industry.
animal industry.
Ooh, I saw a video the other day of an elephant. Like this lioness was trying to like get up in her shit. And then she like fucked up the lioness, but left the cubs alone.
Cool.
Yeah, they're smart. She's like, I'm not gonna fuck with your babies, but you gotta fuck.
I like how you say
back up."
lioness.
Yeah, it's a lioness.
A woman lion.
All right. Well, okay.
Women always be lion.
A
if you ask me.
lion, because we changed the O to an A. Usually when we
Oh
change it.
yeah. Leanne.
Just sounds French.
You can cut this line stuff. This didn't
Yeah,
go
I was
very well.
going
Get away from animals.
Yeah, let's get away from the animal kingdom.
Well, I asked because my family we were at dinner table almost every night with
Yeah.
all of us, and we're like all very different, but we've remained close, and I think it's due to that. You have like real conversations at the dinner table when you're not fucking
Yeah, but
Man.
dinner table's different.
hypnotized by the TV.
It's different when there's a bunch of kids and like when there's just one of you.
I got a better question. Did your parents ever tell you they love you?
Yeah, all the time.
Once in a while.
Okay, great.
Okay, yeah.
Did they tell you they're proud of you?
Yeah, you know,
My dad started
taking
recently.
everything.
His dad was a guest on our podcast before.
Yeah.
Really?
It was wild.
Was it? Did you try to keep it clean,
No.
Yeah.
or did you talk about dripping cum on your
I
forehead?
tried to keep it clean. Matt was just.
I can't help myself.
Stop tell me you want to fuck my son.
No, he was just like, yeah, you can fuck my son if you want.
Yeah.
He's a very like soft-spoken.
Which is crazy because he has like such a deep voice and he's very loud. But he got here and he was all high. He's just like, hey, like grew up in Brooklyn. I was like, dude.
He seemed like a very wise man.
Yeah, he
I'm
knows
like, yeah,
his
you
stuff.
saved it all for yourself, I guess.
Well, you know.
Didn't
Wisdom
pass
comes with
any of
age,
that
brother.
on.
I'll get there one day. I know stuff.
You are not going to make it to his age.
Yeah, I think I will. I have his DNA, and he's been smoking for 60 years.
You know what else's DNA you got?
All right.
Do you smoke with him?
Weed now, yeah.
What did you do before?
No,
They
I'm
haven't
saying
smoked
he's
meth
been
before.
smoking cigarettes for 60 years.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
you
but
said
I don't
weed
smoke
now, and I thought crack before.
No, I don't smoke cigarettes with him. Even though we have a couple times, and he was just like, I don't like this. And I was like, why? He's like, I feel like I influenced you somehow, and you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes.
I smoked it with my dad when
Yeah.
I smoked. It's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
They don't like it though.
Yeah.
They feel like they failed you as a
I don't
father.
think my dad
kinda.
gives a fuck.
That's true.
He probably thinks I look
Well,
cool.
he knows he's failed you as a father.
It's probably the only cool thing he's ever seen me do. He's like, maybe he's not that bad.
That's true. I was like an athlete. My dad's like, oh, you're smoking cigarettes now? What the fuck?
No, I was inside like playing video games
Yeah.
and playing with Barbies. And
I also
stuff.
was inside playing video games, not Barbies. Yeah, and, you know.
I had a lot of sisters. I used to wear dresses.
Really?
Yeah. To be funny, but like a lot.
Oh yeah, I did that in college. I'd always put on like the girl clothes because I thought it was funny. And then in my college, the theater program we were in, we had this Christmas show, and the last day of the show, in our warm up, we would wear other people's costumes because it was funny.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-year program. The first year I put on like the ballerina costume because I was like, this is funny. I'm a tiny little man in a ballerina costume. And the second year I was like, I'm not gonna wear a girl's costume. But I got there late, and the only costume that was available was like some girl's costume. I was like, I don't want
right.
to wear
The
this
girl's
again.
costume
And then
guy.
the third year it happened again, and I was a ballerina. I was like, I should have shown up early enough to have my choosing.
What productions did you do?
I've done lots of I've done
What musicals?
West Side Story, Shrek the musical. I did the national tour
Is
of
it a Shrek musical?
There is.
Yeah, dude. It's like it was on Broadway for
They
a
sing
long
All-Star?
time.
No. There was a musical where
fuck?
they did
What are
All
we even
Star.
doing here?
There was a musical. I don't remember what it was called, but it was just All Star, and they just arranged like 15 versions of the song All Star, and
That's
every song in
funny.
the musical was
I'll
just
check
All
that
Star.
out. I'll check that out.
It's pretty good. I did the national tour of In the Heights, which was Lin-Manuel's
Alright.
first musical before
Whoa.
Hamilton.
I know In the Heights. Well, I know the movie. And I know Washington Heights. I'm from New York.
And you know Lin-Manuel.
Yep. He's a guy.
Do you like him?
Yeah, he's very nice.
You've met him.
I met him a couple
I'm
times.
sure he's nice. He has to be
He's
nice.
he's
If he
super
was
nerdy.
mean, that would be insane.
yeah.
He's
if he was
super
an
nerdy
asshole-
and super nice. Like
Yeah.
when I met him, I had a rehearsal with him. He had like a Game Boy hat and some other video game shirt. That I was just like, what is that? Who are you? And then he was just so nice.
No,
the
I'm
entire
coming
time.
around on him.
Encouraging and nice.
That honestly changed my opinion a lot.
Like
he's that much
just
of
a
a
nerd.
nerd.
He's just a nerd.
Our issue is that we're like big jocks, and so we kind of look down on little nerdy guys.
yeah, that makes
Who's
sense.
Big Jocks, Barbie Boy? This is you. This is your community.
I know. No, I know I should like him, but this is the issue. When Hamilton came out,
Yeah.
I'm a huge like rap guy.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge musical guy. So when Hamilton came out, everyone's like, "You're gonna fucking love this."
It's too
And
much pressure.
It was too much pressure, but it's also like I'd like rap to not be corny, and I like musicals to be
Corny.
Yeah. And this is like trying to mesh the two, and I just hated it.
That was me during In the Heights, because I'm also a huge rap fan and musical theater. And when In the Heights came out, everyone was like, "Oh, it's like a rap musical," and I was like, "That sounds fucking stupid."
Yeah.
And I ignored it for a year. And then I saw it when I was at the Pantages that Lynn was in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking be in this show."
Yeah.
And then the next year, I booked the tour
Hell
for
yeah.
it.
Hell yeah.
But I was like, I get it.
Manifested that.
I also
I get
hate
it.
rap that like uses words with multiple syllables. Like I hate like like I was
You
never
just like AB raps.
Yeah,
you don't like
he
ABC.
just likes Playboy Cardi.
I like Future and shit. I like I don't know, but I hate the guys who are like, and then I'm gonna teach you something.
Do you like Watsky?
I don't
I
know
don't
who
even know
that
what you
is.
said to me. Who's Watsky?
Bless
Watsky's
you.
a San Francisco magician. He's a
Oh.
spoken word
That
poet
was a
who went to
rapper.
Emerson, and then he just does rap for the last 20.
It
some
sounds like I would hate him.
He does rap philosophy?
years. No. He's very smart.
What does he look like?
He's a little scraggly white dude.
Yeah, I'm out.
Did you have to ask that?
Kinda.
You didn't get that from Watsky?
Fair enough.
Let's get Watsky on the podcast. Just shoot in his DMs. You get there. Have you ever seen like
Watsky.
real life magic? For me, sometimes like something happens that I'm just like, what the fuck? Your phone was on your lap and now it's turned into a new item.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got stuff on my lap all the time. There'll be keys in a little
It'll
bit.
just keep changing. And I
Yeah.
will say that was one point during this podcast. I looked down and I went,
Next thing on his lap is gonna be me.
hey.
Don't blink.
And then me.
This couch will collapse.
Who's the greatest magician of all time besides Jesus?
Not a magician.
He's the greatest magician.
That was magic.
That was not magic.
Miracles is Christian word
No,
for magic.
no. Miracles are different.
How are they different?
Because magic is you're trying to trick people. Miracles is God's giving you divine power to do stuff.
In
that's
the
great.
J.K. Rowling sense of the word, miracles are magic.
Witchcraft. But
I've got the magic.
There's
Do you
a-
like B.O.B.? I love B.O.B.
I don't know if I do.
I've got the magic.
I mean, I know that song.
in me. That's B.O.B. and Weezer guy.
What's his name?
River Phoenix. No.
No.
River's Langley.
Yeah, it's like it's not River Phoenix.
River Phoenix is dead.
That guy. He divorced.
They should have used magic on that
They should have.
instead of a real
Bring him back.
shrapnel.
Best there's a guy named Pete Lamont. He's a magician. He's a professor in like Scotland, I think, and he did this whole lecture that I watched where he proved like how to do all of Jesus's and Moses's miracles.
Whoa.
Like he had methods for all of them
I'm
because
listening to this.
because
How do you part the Red
the
Sea?
lecture to him was
But you can do that, I
the
think.
lecture he was talking about was like how over time, like oral transfer of stories, obviously like we get lost in that oral transfer of stories and they get bigger and bigger and more arranged. And so his philosophy was that like Merlin and all those people did exist, but what they were doing was not as cool as we think they were doing. And so he thinks that Jesus and Moses were the same thing. Like he showed us 3 different ways to turn a staff into a serpent that he probably could have done.
I could
You
see-
just freeze a snake.
What was his explanation for the fish and the wine?
I don't remember.
All right.
Well, that you just break it into really small pieces.
What?
Fish and
No,
fish
dude.
and bread.
One side of the bread is painted like fish, and the other side is just bread. So you just turn the whole thing around.
I guess water in
It's
the
just
wine is kind of
mirrors.
easy.
It's just mirrors.
It's all mirrors.
Water in the wine. So I don't like this conversation. I don't like
That
you
would
breaking
disproving
down
Jesus?
Yeah, I don't know. This is
He
this is bad stuff.
existed.
He
This is
existed.
bad stuff.
His name was Jesus.
Yeah.
Why is it a big emphasis that he was a carpenter?
I don't think it's emphasis.
Because I feel like it should, like at the end, there should be this big thing, like, and because he was a carpenter, he moved to the stone to get out of the.
Well, also, was he a carpenter? I mean, did he have a lot of free time?
Well, we don't know.
Man
what he
had a
was-
job?
We don't know what he was doing until he was like 30. From like 13.
He died at 33. What are you talking about?
We don't know what he was doing from like 13.
Yes, we
to-
do. He was leading his
Okay,
disciples.
We don't know what he was doing from like 13 to 30.
Do you think that?
So all that story is just from 30 to 33?
Yeah.
Do you think the people he made like
read the Bible?
chairs?
Yeah,
The
twice.
the people he made chairs and tables for as a carpenter were disappointed when they learned later on he was doing miracles, and they were like, "I knew Jesus, and all I got was this fucking."
Yeah, just-
Yo, but imagine how
Stool.
much that chair would be worth
and it squeaks.
That's
afterwards. You
shoddy.
put a little
fucking
JC
That's
on
not
it.
even good. What if he was a bad carpenter?
He's like, this isn't working out. I think I'm gonna be the son of God.
Yeah, I got a better job. I got a better.
It's a good
idea.
pivot. It's like I just did a comedy with Steve Ballmer's son.
Yep.
Do you say I did
And
a
they pay-
comedy?
I did one comedy. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
I didn't
take
know.
one
Is that
comedy,
comedy
please.
lingo? Is that comedian lingo? Because
Yeah.
sometimes I say I did a magic with.
I did one.
I
magic.
magiced. I say I magiced with
magiced.
some guys.
Yeah, I comedied. Comedied all over him.
Yeah, I comedy too.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying.
Steve
Something-
Ballmer.
Well, just like I did comedy with his son, and then
Yeah.
it's like, just go be rich. What are you doing this for?
Yeah,
I would
but
quit
that kind of
so
is the point of
fast.
being rich, though, right?
Yeah, you can
being
do
able to do whatever you want. Yeah.
And then they're like, what's everyone's Venmo? And Venmo's $25. I'm like, dude, still Venmo him.
yeah.
It's like a private jet.
We
to the
just have his $25.
We'll just take his share. It'd be great.
Yeah, I really need it.
Yeah. Greatest magician.
I love Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller are great.
Do you hate that guy that used to go on TV? And
I
give
hate
out
that
the
guy.
secrets?
The Masked Magician.
I hate that
Yeah.
guy.
I used to watch that with my mom in her waterbed.
I remember watching that.
I was conceived on a waterbed.
Your parents had a waterbed?
Yeah.
Wait, you watched that with your mom on the waterbed that you were conceived on?
I assume I was conceived on the bed. My parents weren't like couch fuckers. I can't imagine.
Do you ever think about 9 months?
4 kids, probably some couch fucking. no doubt.
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day?
March 31st. So, Memorial Day, I think.
I think I'm a Valentine's. I'm November.
Yeah. Middle of November's Valentine's.
Yeah.
So you know our parents were really in love.
When's your birthday?
May 4th.
Whoa, Star Wars.
Coming
Yeah.
up.
Whoa.
So that would be what? May you would be like you'd be also
I can't do math.
I can't either.
It's
Good
like
God.
fucking
You're like
Columbus Day.
August?
Oh.
August,
Labor Day.
September, October, November, December, January.
D-
February,
Is
March.
Yeah.
either your parents'
No,
birthday
you'd
in
be-
August
You'd be July.
or July?
Oh, you're the 4th of July.
Yeah, that's the one day of the year they
American
fucked.
baby.
Wait,
Damn, none of our parents
No,
were
May,
romantic. They weren't just like
June,
fucking
July,
to fuck.
August. No, it was
It
August.
was like a holiday around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Parents? No, your parents aren't born in August?
No?
Was there any sporting ending events that happened in?
Start of
It's
football.
kind of when football starts.
Oh, yeah. That is when my dad is at his most horny.
Right before football.
Oh, yeah.
I have two
Tell you
cousins.
what, brother, I'm charged up for football starts.
I have,
Well, you also know you're not gonna fuck during the season. You
Yeah,
gotta get
Sundays
it
and Mondays
for
are
sure.
no go.
in. Thursdays.
I have two
Saturdays.
cousins that are a year apart, and it was from the Lakers' first back-to-back win in 2000, 2001.
Very funny.
That's sick.
Hell
And
yeah.
they know
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why.
Your uncle's just a huge Lakers fan.
Oh yeah, huge. When they
really
won that
funny.
first one, 9 months later, my first cousin was born,
That's
and then the
so
next
sick.
year they won back to back, and then
That's sick.
my next cousin.
Your
I,
cousins Kobe and Shaq.
I always
Two
wonder.
little
If,
Mexican kids, named Kobe and Shaq.
I always wonder if I was conceived on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Was I pre-party or post-party?
Just
You're
ask,
post-party.
did you just ask your dad?
No.
No shot he remembers.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
I don't know.
He was actively trying to get out of the family by that point. He's like, I was fucking every night. I don't remember which one was your mom.
I was about to say, did you ever ask your dad why your parents got divorced?
He cheated on her. He left with our neighbor. Big tits.
Nice.
That's how you get them.
Yeah.
He probably didn't have to zoom into the profile picture.
Yeah, it was right there.
Yeah, he
just
knew
tell.
it was up. Yeah.
He knew it was
She
up.
lived kitty corner behind us, and we used to like play with her kids.
And he would play
And
with her
he would
titties.
Play with her, yeah. And then she became my stepmom for 10 years.
Oh man,
Yeah. Gave me 2.
how old were you?
I was 1.5 when they got divorced,
Okay,
and then 7 when he got remarried to her.
okay. So
Both
you,
my parents got remarried within a year of each other.
got it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. My dad just lied to me when I asked him why my parents got divorced.
What did he say?
He just went, "Ooh, your mom she doesn't have any goals. She didn't have any goals anymore, and I just couldn't be with someone who just like didn't have any goals."
What was the real reason?
That's what he said to me in my mid-20s, and then in the last couple of years, I'm 37. In the last couple of years, my uncles and aunts were like, "No, your dad cheated on. You don't remember Jenny?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I do." He's like,
Oh, fuck.
"Yeah,
Yeah. Jenny.
yeah." You don't remember hanging out with her and playing with her kids?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, her husband, who he played softball with, you didn't see anymore. And I was like,
Damn.
"Oh yeah, that's a great point."
It's a
It's hard to
bad.
put together as a kid.
Yeah, no, I don't have any goals anymore. We got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Goals are out the window. My new goal is to get these kids fucking out of the house
Trying to be a mom.
and try and start my life over again.
Gotta figure out make this meatloaf.
What's my goal? Fucking yeah, motherfucker. I don't know. Salt and pepper. You think I got goals?
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy meeting people whose parents are together.
Yeah.
Why is that so crazy?
Because everyone's parents are divorced.
Are your parents divorced?
Of course.
Yeah, they hate each other.
John's are divorced. Mo's are divorced.
You're the anomaly here.
Guess
Yeah.
why I'm such a happy guy.
Yeah, it helps.
Damn.
And it's why we're out to try to prove something to the world.
It's
that
why
we
we're
deserve love
funnier and more
validation.
talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, you know.
Just
Sure.
No, he accepts it. He knows.
Yeah.
He's just honest with him.
That's my thing. I'm pretty happy. I think
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very well adjusted.
Stuff like that doesn't bother him.
Damn
Oh,
it.
you're funny, more talented, sick. I got a smile on my face.
Yeah, he wouldn't trade this life for.
Yeah.
for his, not a chance.
Kidding me? My life rules.
The constant need for validation and approval.
No, dude. I got that with a girlfriend.
Good for you.
What feels better to you, a laugh or a clap?
Oh, that's a good one. I feel like a laugh is harder to get than a clap.
Sure.
Because I'm going to get a clap at the end of the trick no matter what.
Yeah.
So if I can get any laughs up to that point.
All right,
great.
what's
I think we're the
better?
opposite.
We
We know we're gonna get a laugh if you get a clap.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
Clap
this is
break for you.
great.
Oof. Yeah. Amazing.
What's better? A laugh, applause, or like black people running around the room?
Yeah. Do you love when you see black people come in the room?
You're
It's
like,
maybe
yeah.
the only profession.
I don't.
Move the chairs out. We got a family reunion.
I don't want to
that
help
was
the
such a good joke.
stereotype.
It's not a stereotype. If it's true.
Oh, it's true. Do
so
one right now
true.
and watch him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to. If you think I'm going to do, I have a trick ready for you before the end of
Dude,
this
let's
podcast.
go.
We got to move this glass table though.
No, I'll be chill. I'll be chill.
That's what they all say.
It's so heavy.
I swear to God, I'll be so stoic.
That's what they all
wow,
say.
that's very good.
What they all say.
Yeah. That's what all those people say.
If you ever look at, it's not like this anymore. I would say maybe 10 years ago they would film like magicians who are selling a trick. They have to make a trailer for it. It's usually them performing it for somebody and then being like, "This is the cool new trick, buy it." And there was a time period, like a chunk of years, where it was always black people that they were performing for in the trailer.
Yeah, I remember all those like David Blaine specials
Yeah,
back
on
in the
the
day.
street.
He'd be like, "Oh, I'm in New Orleans. It's my favorite." Like, dude, you know you're. Oh, boy, got gold teeth. I know what you're up to.
I mean, they do just react so much better.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's because we believe in Jesus.
That's
When you're seeing the witchcraft in front of you, it's incredible.
Aziz Ansari theory is
What?
that black people are so sometimes more religious and just believe in like things, just
Yeah.
like good things and like everything. That magic just feels like another thing that you have.
Well, here's
to
the thing: we know
believe.
it's a trick, but like in the moment, it's like, holy shit!
I mean, we just
Guys made a
spent,
dildo disappear.
we've spent thousands of years learning how to trick black people. So our minds are kind of used to the trickery. We're like,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
there's something behind this.
Yeah, and, like that's the thing. I think we're so like a racially ambiguous magician like David Blaine. We're more likely to like believe.
What is
that.
he? He's not white.
He's racially ambiguous.
He's got, like,
think
a
he's
dark
mixed.
beard.
I think he's mixed, and
think
I know I've
he
looked
is-
this up several times because I'm very
yeah.
confused about it.
David Blaine.
I think he is mixed.
Yeah, but if like you came to New Orleans, like, dude, no, I'm not talking to you. Get the fuck out of here. You're a cop.
At the end of this trick, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
in handcuffs.
Yeah, you're about,
He's
about to make child support papers reappear.
Russian Jewish and Puerto Rican Italian.
Jeez,
Racially ambiguous. I think
Yeah.
I nailed it.
they took a soup ladle.
That's
and that.
pretty white though.
Oh, he's darker than I thought.
Puerto Ricans do a lot of heavy lifting. He's got a new show on Net Geo, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've seen the first episode.
Me too. Where he went to Brazil.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight.
Is he like a highly respected magician, or are you guys like he's the Dane Cook of? Like he did a lot for magic.
I think
but
Chris
y'all-
Angel's the Dane Cook of magic.
Oh, sure,
for
okay.
sure.
Like did a lot for magic, and you respect him for that, but also like
David, I think
Dates
is
16-year-olds.
I've met David once.
Hey, he does it, and he does jokes about it, and it's insane.
yeah.
I watched him open on that before. I was like, why would you do this?
He just got engaged to his longtime girlfriend who turned 23.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah,
How
guy.
long we talking, buddy?
yeah. He's like, no, we were friends until this exact date when she turned 18.
We were friends until she was 18.
Yeah.
I met her the day after her birthday.
I think they met like he would have friends over for game night.
What a way to groom someone.
Snakes and
Yeah,
ladders.
Yep.
16-year-old just fucking wandered into your house.
Candyland. She's the best at Candyland.
Dude,
That's how I fell in love
Yeah, I
with her.
fell in love when I watched her play Candyland.
Candyland.
She would pull those double purples.
Oh, it was so amazing. David Blaine, I think, did a lot for Magic because I think he Magic goes through ins and outs of being very popular and very stupid, like very nerdy of like, oh, this
Yeah.
is stupid, and then there's times where like, dude, Magic, I want to see a magician. So like early on in like the 70s, it was Doug Henning when there wasn't really anyone before Doug Henning. So then Doug Henning was really big, and then as he almost kind of fizzled out, David Copperfield came around to do his specials, and he was like 18 on his first special.
Damn.
So then it was like Copperfield being this like big deal. Also, David Copperfield's name is a Charles Dickens character.
Oh, whoa.
His real name is very Jewish,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
More
So
like
he
David
just-
Copperfield. Sorry.
Or like David Copperberg or something like that.
He was
Thanks for bailing me out.
What two paths we went on that joke? Molestation and just Jewish. It's incredible.
David Kotkin with K's. Kotkin.
That's not that Jewish.
So he just went through Charles Dickens novels, and there's a Charles Dickens novel called David Copperfield. He's a very weird dude.
Was the character in the novel not a magician?
I don't think so. He just looked for a good, fun character name. He's a very, very weird dude.
He was accused of sexual assault in 2007.
Of course he was.
Of course.
I know what's going on there.
And he's on the Epstein list.
Of course he is.
And this is your hero?
No.
Oh, okay.
16 women accused Copperfield of engaging in sexual misconduct and inappropriate behavior.
Well, he was trying to show them his disappearing penis act.
Yeah. He's copping the feel. He was making him disappear.
Some of them were under 18. Yeah, I'd say he's pretty weird.
He was playing Candyland with them.
So he's the Dane Cook of...
So David
he is the Dane
Copperfield,
Cook, yeah.
David Copperfield came around, and then that kind of died, and then David Blaine was the next one who brought it back to like TV magic and like street magic. This is real.
Yeah.
I use objects every day that I carry in my pocket.
Yeah.
And, like that was his big thing. So I think there was
That was sick, though.
yeah, there was a sense of
And the
magicians.
Cheez-Its video, do you remember that? The parody one?
Yes.
Cheez-Its.
Remember he was in the ice?
Yeah.
I went to go see that with my mom.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was like 10 or 11. We had to wait online for like 45 minutes. And I was just like, that dude's cold.
I think it's such.
The guy was like, touch it. And I was like, yep, that's ice.
It's like such a great. You're gonna remember that
Forever.
forever.
Yeah.
What a cool
Yeah.
thing he's giving to the
Yeah,
world.
for sure.
So I think like he brought this really cool idea of like street magic and made that very popular. And then I think in a way to not like. I don't think he's doing it because he's like, oh, I want attention again. I think he just went, I want to push the limits of like what is magic and what is real and where can I blur that line. And instead of finding some cool scientific way, he just went, I'm going to stick needles through my arm and sew my mouth shut.
I'm going to light myself on fire and
I'm gonna
jump
sit-
into a fucking river from 60 feet.
Correct.
And I was like, that ruled.
So he became like a stunt man, kind of.
Yeah, and I think I think the magic community respects the idea of like magicians get confused because you can buy tricks, you can buy your way into the art form. And when magicians see skill-based things, it really fucking confuses them. So, like, we have magic conventions all the time around the world. And the person who always gets the only act that gets a standing ovation at every single magic convention is the juggler. Because every magician's going, he's got skill. Like, he's practiced. He's doing something that's I physically cannot do.
There's a guy that's known as just the juggler.
Well, they always
Oh,
have
the
a
juggler,
juggler.
okay.
A person who juggles.
No, I thought there was a guy called the juggler. Like, he's
dude.
like the best one.
That'd be
I think
pretty
that's
sick.
us and guitar comedians.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's a slight skill to
Because
it.
I'm like,
that
I can't do that, actually.
Yeah.
I think you're cheating and this sucks and I hate it, but
I
you
can't
are more talented
admittedly,
than me.
I cannot do that.
yeah, it's worse when they're also funny.
Yeah.
because
No,
they're
it's
just
the
like,
worst.
fuck.
It's a cheat code.
It's a cheat code. So the jugglers always get the standing ovation, and I think David Blaine is like that, where he's doing skill-based things, and the magicians are just like, oh, he's the greatest, which he is very good, and I respect kind of how he's pushing. He's not just doing magic; he's just pushing the human experience.
Sure.
How do you guys feel about the Bind Freak?
Chris Angel.
Yes. the
I
Bind
think
Freak.
he is the Dane Cook of magic. His uprise with David Blaine was more of like, it's not street magic, it's just like crazy stuff. Like, I'm gonna saw this woman in half on a park bench and then put her back together. And you're like, what? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
He really innovated in a way like TV tricks,
Sure.
because we all knew they were camera tricks.
Yeah.
And so there was just like this guiltless way of being like, I'm just going to do this. And you kind of know what it is, but like, it's cool. And I think he kind of feels like a joke to us. He's
Yeah.
still the butt of every joke. But I hear his Vegas show is very good at the Planet Hollywood. I think it's there.
Kind of feels like Blaine was more like Metallica, and Chris Angel was like hair metal bands.
Kiss.
Maroon 5.
oh, damn right.
Oh, one of the
never mind.
greatest bands ever exist. Interesting.
Well,
Oh, that's an interesting comparison. Yeah, I guess Chris Angel is maybe the greatest magician to ever live. Yeah.
It's so weird, you guys. I didn't realize that your outro song in this podcast is
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. So sorry.
No, Songs About Jane is an incredible album, and then they kind of got,
Everything else.
for lack of
sucks.
a better word, gay. But it's hard for me to talk shit about them because their first album was so good.
It's tough.
Who's like the Joe Rogan of magic, where they like suck at magic, but they're a good interviewer?
Great question, Matt.
Fuck, that's fantastic.
Where they're like really, really bad at magic.
But they just like
they have
talk about it like
tons
they're the
of fans.
best at it.
Yeah, but
And
they
then if you
love
try to-
aliens.
And if you try to do magic around them, they shut it down, and they're like, "Let's be serious."
Yeah. They don't even get magic. They don't even know what magic's
Yeah,
happening.
they've never gotten magic in their life.
Fuck. There definitely has to be. There is some equivalent, but I can't. I am not afraid of just outing people all the time. I just
Please.
tell the truth. Like,
Who don't you like? That's big.
it's a couple magicians.
Would we know them?
No.
All right.
Who's the first magician?
Oh, that's a great question. I have
Probably
no
a
idea.
long ass.
Yeah, who's like the Babe Ruth?
Jesus.
No.
Jesus was the
Well, it
first
would be
magician.
Moses was before Jesus.
Oh, you're right.
We are not doing that on this podcast.
Okay, you're right. Moses is the
Who's
old.
credited?
Actually, you can talk shit about Moses.
Who's
I'll talk
credited
about
with inventing magic?
I have no. That's a great.
it. Who's like the guy who would like get in like barrels and dive over a thing?
Houdini.
Yeah.
Houdini was.
Is he like Babe Ruth?
Have you been to his estate?
I have. He never lived there.
Whoa.
Whoa,
I've
that's a
also
great
heard.
trick.
The
I've
Houdini
also
house?
heard that he never lived there, and the original estate that was there burned down,
Oh, whoa.
and the building there now is completely rebuilt.
yeah. And you
building.
can rent it out for a ton of money.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of Houdini memorabilia. But
Yeah. I drive by. It's on my drive home.
oh, you fancy?
Yeah.
This isn't a fancy part of.
It's just on Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
you can
we know,
see it
hey,
from the
we know where
street.
Laurel Canyon leads.
No, stop in the hills.
Man,
He also died because he got punched.
he died. People think he died. He did.
He died from a punch to the
He
gut.
died of
That's
Yeah.
so
he
funny.
died of appendicitis.
Crazy.
So he had this skill he could do where he could take a punch to the stomach. He could, as long as he was like prepared, he can just like take a huge punch from a boxer, anybody, just boom, straight to the stomach. And the story is that someone came up to him and just punched him without telling him.
And it fucked up his appendix?
Yeah, and his appendix burst.
Damn.
So then
Appendix
he
is
did a
probably-
show that night, and then he rushed to the hospital on Halloween night, 1926 maybe.
Whoa.
Damn.
That's
Died.
so long ago.
Yeah, but he definitely
Literally
was not.
100 years.
He wasn't a good
Whoa.
magician.
He wasn't?
No, that's kind of also the fun part, I think,
Whoa.
of Houdini, or the lore of like Houdini's the greatest magician. He was just a really good salesman and pitchman, and a really good.
I was gonna say, pick the hell of a name.
Oh yeah, which is he based it off another magician who's named Robert Houdin, and he turned into Houdini.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Was Houdini a word before that?
No,
It kind of originated with his name.
yeah, he just added "iny" to the end of Robert Houdin, which
Yeah.
is spelled the same way, Houdin.
Interesting. Dude, it'd be sick to be a magician like the 1800s. You just do like the...
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
And people are like,
I got your nose.
Yeah.
If
yeah,
I had a
yeah.
time machine, the first thing I'd do is obviously kill Hitler.
Oh, interesting.
That's the first thing you have to do.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
I think he had some good points.
Based off what Matt just said, I'd probably go back to the 1800s, do I got your nose. And
No,
like,
if I get access to a time machine, I'm not saving the world. It's not my
I
responsibility.
think you go back to 1800s, do I got your nose and like a plantation and just watch people go crazy.
Oh my fucking god.
Everybody be fucked up.
Everyone gather around. The entertainment's here. They all escape.
Y'all
'cause
boys, get out the field
They
now.
run so far
Yeah.
away that they escape. The dogs start chasing them.
Magic's now outlawed in the southern part of America.
We can't have magic.
Wow, no magicians down here now.
That's such a funny sketch to have a magician go to a
That's so
plantation.
good. Nobody steal that. We're gonna cut that from the podcast too. That's too good of a bit for us to write.
That's the best joke I'm gonna make all day.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Yeah, he was an icon for immigrants.
Wait, what would you do? So you kill Hitler?
So
and
I'd
then
go back to like turn of the century, late 1800s, early 1900s, and just do the magic that I know now.
Yeah. You
Back
don't think you
then.
get killed?
They arrest you, bro.
No, but there was magic at middle 1800s. Seances were really big in the middle 1800s.
That's bad stuff.
But I feel like a guy with a gun would just be like drunk and be like, I don't like that.
No, magic was a huge entertainment
Dimebag
in the
Darrell your ass.
mid 1800s.
Yeah, they didn't really have TV. Who's Dimebag Darrell?
The guy got shot on stage.
Oh.
Pantera. Jim Cameron would get it, but
Yeah, magic was a huge.
I love when Cameron's here.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
I've said so many jokes that you guys just keep talking over, and I'd look at Cameron, he's like, that's good.
That's what I'm here for, man.
Yeah, no, I love it. I look over to John, and he's fucking on his phone. He's crying.
that's why
Ordering
you-
DoorDash.
Yeah, he's
Give
out
him-
here. Yeah. He's looking at menus. I feel like if I have access to time travel, I'm not the first one. Someone else can go kill Hitler. I don't want to be a murderer. Also,
No.
what happens if you kill him? Butterfly effect?
I mean,
I love the world we're in now.
no matter.
Not be a little bit better.
I mean, we probably wouldn't be born if Hitler
Why would we not be born? How would that affect you and me?
I don't know. I just feel like the world would be so drastically
I
different.
feel like our family timelines are kind of what they were. You know what I mean?
You guys would probably be like Jewish.
That case,
The whole world would be
we
Jewish.
gotta keep Hitler alive. not my Christian household. I'll tell you what. Some say we were the original Jews. That's a different time. Different story for a different time.
Oh, are you talking about Christians or black people?
Black people.
Some people say white people were the original black people.
No.
Yeah, because white people were first, and they excommunicated white people.
That's
from
not what that means.
Yes, it is. They sent us up to the mountains.
If you're only using black people as people that are excommunicated and sent to the mountains.
Well, the rejects of society.
Yeah, why are we the rejects of society? That's crazy.
I just mean historically in America.
We're like the coolest thing in America.
Now,
It's been that way for what, like
and now we're the
80 years?
Yeah, and we used to be the coolest
say-
thing in the fucking mountains or whatever.
Sure.
We came back and people were like, I actually
Look at
think
his
they're
body.
cool.
He's a big, burly mountain man. That's his
Yeah.
genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a tiny, little, slippery Mexican going through the fields.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. You go back in history, you guys could just be Aztecs. The Spanish never get here.
We'll never get here.
Damn.
I believe
Spanish
in
kind of ruined everything.
Yeah,
A
they
little bit.
fucked
And they
it up.
skated too.
Yeah, they skated. People are still like, what? They're so beautiful.
Yeah. Spanish.
These headdresses.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Incredible.
Brazil speaks Portuguese. What is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
insane.
You know what I was realizing the other day, speaking of other cultures? Australia kind of sucks at everything.
Yeah. That's why they rule.
I watched, because there's a break dancer, and then I watched a rap battle, and it's so
Yeah.
embarrassing.
No, that's why Australia
Like, you
rules.
guys are bad at art.
Because they're not good at anything.
Yeah. They're just like, we live
Except
here.
for making
Yeah.
like beautiful people and drinking, like that's it.
Yeah, it's like
That's
the
all
kids'
they're good at.
table.
They got a fun
it is.
accent.
It
They
is.
got a fun
It
accent
is
at the kids'
100%
table.
the kids' table.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the kids' table with like poisonous animals everywhere.
It's the most dangerous kids'
Like,
table
all
in the world.
well, I'll go there once in a while, sure.
Yeah, it does rule though. Australia's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, they seem very happy.
Yeah. No,
I was on a
very-
cruise ship in Australia. It was the cheapest cruise ship of all the cruise ships. And it was the cheapest ship of that cheap cruise
Okay.
line ship.
All right. All right.
Which is P&O. Shout out to P&O.
Yeah.
And so we had a bunch of rednecks, which they call bogans.
Yep.
Bogans.
The whole ship was just zombie bogans,
Yeah.
drunk
Yeah.
off their face.
That's what cruise ships are now. It's kind of sick.
I've never been on one other than that one. Was my first one performing on.
I went on one, and it's sad.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
was talking about going on a cruise last night, and Joe Carl he described it as you're just at the airport the whole time.
Oh, that's a great. It
Yeah,
does give
free ice cream, but the ice cream's bad.
the furniture feels very airporty.
Yeah.
It's a lot,
Yeah.
very stiff.
And
Awkward
it's-
chairs that you really can't sit in.
They do like these big events to like make you feel like you're doing something, and it's just like it's bad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all bad.
The only
It's
thing
like
to
a
do
little
is-
casino. There's a little karaoke night.
Yeah.
Got to
The
drink. It's the only
comics
thing
are
to do.
awful.
Oh.
We
Yeah.
know some of them. Boy, would I be mad if I went to see them.
So rude.
They don't listen.
It's all right. I've seen some bad magicians on the cruise ship that I worked on.
Yeah.
And the weirdest part is no cruise ship magician has seen another cruise ship magician because they're not going on another
Yeah.
cruise
There's
ship
only
to see
one.
another magician.
Yeah.
So they don't know that their act's bad or like what a cruise ship. It's really weird that the couple acts I saw were like the same cheesy bad acts, and it was crazy that they've never seen another person do it. So
Yeah.
it was weird that they had come to the same conclusion of that their act is like top-notch
Yeah.
cruise ship material.
It's also pretty
Yeah.
funny because I guess you would be kind of stoked to go see another magician.
Yes and no.
Okay.
You
Because
watch it critically.
I unfortunately
You
I
have to. It's how your brain works.
Because if you were on a cruise ship and there was a comedy thing, you'd be like, "That's the last thing I'm doing tonight."
I'd go.
You would go, really?
I wouldn't stay for the whole thing, but I'd
you
go.
would-
I'd want to see what it's about
All right,
if I didn't know them. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
know what
I'd
the
sit in the
culture.
back and be like, "This guy fucking sucks. It should be fucking me.
I should go to the who books this? I should go to the booker right now. Give me
I
10
hate
minutes at the
watching-
I
end.
want $600 for a month at the sea.
I hate
To
watching
do an hour of clean
I
material.
hate watching like a program that I really like, and then like they mention magicians, and I'm just like, fuck, they should hire me. But I know they're gonna hire some fucking idiot who doesn't
Yeah.
even watch the show.
Yeah.
That's why I was with Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, during 2020, I've watched the show for a long time, and they had mentioned some of them saw a magician on Zoom, and they're like, oh, we should get that guy. And I was like, fuck no, they should get me because I fucking watch the show. And then I sent a random email to whatever email I could find on their website, and I was like, you should hire me to do it. And then like 3 months later, I got an email from their CFO who was like, we have a Christmas party. Do you want to do our Zoom Christmas party? And I was like, great.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
yes, I will.
And then I did it, and I made the whole show for them look like an episode of Good Mythical Morning, and I had slides and I did all the music. It looked like their show. And then afterwards they're like, "Can you do our show? Will you do one of our like shows?" And I was like, "Yes." It's like, that's how this fucking works.
Yo,
You guys
that is
would've
how
gotten
it works.
some
Goddamn.
Stupid.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Ugh.
I was gonna say you put so much time and effort into their Zoom courses, probably they're gonna be like, we didn't need any of this.
Well,
at
they
all.
were gonna pay me less money than I asked for, half of what I asked for, and I was like, "That's fine. I just really like the show."
Yeah.
And then I did the show, and they went, "Oh, we cannot believe you did that much
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Here's what you asked for."
Yeah, here's what you asked for, and please, we're writing a role for you.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
fucking sick.
It was
That's sick.
fun, but I've learned like you just ask for what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's way easier. There's no like
interesting.
loss in it. If you just go like, "I'd like to perform here. Can I do this?" That's why I booked the show with Allie. She had posted that she was doing a fundraiser for Fire.
Yeah.
And I literally
Anti-fire. To be
anti-fire.
clear.
Yeah. She's anti-fire. She's against fucking fire, man.
I'm gonna throw a fundraiser for fire. We need to bring the fire back. It was so sick.
She
You can go
despises
anywhere.
firefighters.
Yeah, she hates firefighters.
She fucking tags on every firehouse I've ever seen. She just fucking hates them. She lit a bag of dog shit and put it in front of the firehouse. And then rang
that's
the doorbell
rude.
and
That's
ran.
really rude.
She fucking hates
That used to
them,
be
man.
fun as fuck.
Yeah.
We've done that a couple times back in the day.
With your own shit, probably.
I'm not gonna say who shit it was, but it was not dog shit.
TJ.
It was not TJ. That was college, bro. I knew TJ in college. This was like high
Can't
school,
keep all your fucking friends
8th
straight.
grade, silly,
Or their
silly
shit.
times.
Yeah, or their shit.
Yeah, well, you know.
But I reached out to Allie just in her DMs and I just went, "Can I do that show? I'm a magician." And she just went, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
Then I did it. Now we're doing a monthly show.
So what advice would you give to someone who's afraid to ask for things?
That's a good question. I think I think if you're polite enough and are
if you're
very
not polite?
respectful,
What if you're not
What
really
if you're
that
rude?
respectful either?
then you're definitely not going to be asked to do anything.
What if a lot of people think you're a big asshole?
How do you change that?
Rhetorically.
Can you turn Matt into not a huge asshole?
I cannot do miracles. I'm not Jesus.
Hey, they were just tricks.
They're just tricks.
Robert
Damn it.
Pennington taught us that, or whatever his name was.
Robert Pennington was a great, weird fake name that you just
Sounds
grabbed
like a
out of the-
magician,
it
right?
did
Yeah, I was like,
sound
who
like
the
a
fuck is
magician.
Robert Pennington?
He's a
No, he's not. We just discussed he's a fake guy. I know that. You're not gonna trick me, Maddie.
Are Penn and Teller nice? They
Penn
seem
and
like
Teller,
they'd be mean, but
they
in a
are
good way.
very nice. They don't hang out with each other.
Oh, they kind of secretly hate each other, right?
I don't know if they hate each other.
they've just been
don't-
hosting something
They're just
For
coworkers.
too long.
40 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Together.
Dude, we're fine outside of this.
I wasn't implying anything.
You literally went like this.
brain's
You
in the
pointed
gutter.
at me.
No,
My brain's in the gutter?
I talk with my hands.
No, you don't. You sit like this all the time. And this is how you talk.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're super nice. I've met them a couple of times. Outside of like filming the show or whatever. So
Yeah.
like I think I saw them at a normal human level.
I think comedically they're my favorite magicians.
I think they're really smart. They had a lot of great ideas. I think they've burned the candle at both ends because for the television show Fool Us, for some reason, one season they went, we should start doing a trick of ours at the end of the episode to like, because it's our show, so that'll
Yeah.
get, that's like free advertising. for
Yeah.
people to come. So then they would do that, and so they ran out of material like 3 seasons ago. They did
Oh.
everything they do on stage.
Yeah.
And so now they're just making shit up.
Yeah.
Like this current season, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god!
Now people come see the show. They're like, I saw that fucking season 3 episode 2.
yeah,
Oh man, that's.
but then the things that they're doing now are just not as good as their tried and true stuff that they've worked
Sure.
for years.
What channel is it on?
CW? Is that still a thing?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Channel 11.
He would know.
That's Fox.
You might be right.
Fox 11 in LA, yeah.
Yeah,
It was 5 where I grew up.
it was 5 for me too.
5 was CW.
You're
here.
invited to the cookout.
Yep, thank you.
Are
saltless-
Sigmund and Freud magicians? Wait, what
I
is
like
it?
that one.
What is it?
Hey, I'll give you a Cameron. That was good.
That wasn't a joke on purpose.
We got a wink and a that's a good one, right?
Who am I thinking of?
Siegfried and Roy.
Siegfried and Roy. Oh, yeah.
Wait, you're
Sigmund
serious?
Freud.
Oh my god! I was like, Matt, that's the best joke you had all day. God damn!
Siegfried and Roy.
Oh, that's so
Freud was
funny.
So good.
I was like, you guys are laughing a lot. I don't think it's that funny. Were they magicians or were they like stunt guys?
They were magicians.
They're tiger guys.
And my mentor designed for their show, and he said it was the greatest magic show that ever existed.
Wow. One
He
of
said it
them's
was
dead
incredible. One of them,
or got attacked.
I think
See,
they're
I think-
both
I
dead
think-
now.
I'll look it up.
One
One got eaten by a
attacked the
lion,
tiger.
right?
tiger.
Yes.
A tiger,
He got attacked by the
yeah.
tiger. Didn't
He didn't
die
die.
from it.
He got kind of fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
that was the reason why there's like no live animals really in the circus anymore. There's no live animals kind of in anything because they found out
The zoo.
they're real.
Yeah, live animals, yeah.
The zoo has live animals still.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I just was there.
There's no way.
Yeah, they have a ton.
No, those are animatronics.
No, I don't think so.
I've never seen a lion there. I've never
zoo
seen
do
a
you go
lion
to?
there. What?
What zoo do you go to?
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana Zoo?
The Santa Ana Zoo.
The Santa Ana Winds Zoo?
Mm-hmm.
I will give you this. The lions could be fake because every time I go see lions at the zoo, they're just chilling
Correct.
under a tree.
You got to go when it's really early or really late.
They
That's
need
when
to
the
do
lions
like
pop
the
off?
episode
Or
of-
when it's cold and rainy.
when it's always sunny.
They're
or
not
if he
active
wants
when
to-
it's hot.
When he wants to see the lion feeding. Do you watch It's Always Sunny?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, you're a fucking idiot then.
Yeah,
I agree.
I've been told that.
it's such a. Yeah,
Take you and your Sigmund Freud and get the.
Dude, I do comedy every night. I don't need to watch more of it.
Do you guys watch a lot of comedy? Do you feel like it's exhausting that you have to think of it all the time? It's more mainstream than like Magic. I don't see Magic just kind of everywhere.
I went through a big phase of not watching comedy at all, and now I kind of regret it. I think it helps you.
gain a sense of.
Yeah, and you can like learn stuff from people, or
Yeah.
kind of it inspires you to think about your life in a way or whatever. So I do wish I watched more of it, but boy, do I hate watching it.
Do you feel like the shows?
Do you watch like waitressing videos? Or?
yeah, exclusively. No, but to your point, I walk around with headphones.
Did you
in.
say waitressing?
Yeah,
He's a waitress.
I'm a waitress at the Comedy Store. Anyway,
I don't even notice I say it. That's how long that bit's been going.
yeah, it's before me.
I said it to Avery too. I'm like, no, he's a waitress. And she's like, a waitress? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's a funny thing. To say.
I've said it. I've said it to people,
yeah.
like out and about.
Yeah, on accident. Yeah.
No, just said it. Wasn't trying to correct myself. It's just the
Yeah.
title of the position.
Very funny.
Oh my god, that's so good.
No, but I was gonna say while I'm waitressing, I walk around with headphones in, listening to podcasts because I'm kind of tired
Yeah.
of listening to comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think
Especially at a
that'd be-
place where you see the same people all
Yeah.
the time.
When I'm at the castle, I'll only go see people that I know or an act that I've always wanted to see.
Yeah.
But if it's
That-
if it's
that's
a name
kind
I
of the
don't
same
know,
thing,
I
yeah.
will not.
Do you guys have green rooms at the castle?
Yes and no. There's 5 showrooms. 4 of them are rooms. One is a bar.
Okay.
Sick.
Exclusive secret bar.
No, it's just there's a magician behind that bar.
Oh.
Magician's
whoa.
bartender.
Yeah. There's 2 bars. One has a magician who's the bartender, and one just has a magician. There's also a
I would
bartender.
100% ruin his act. I'd just be asking him for a beer in the middle of the train. Yeah, that's cool. Can I actually get a Coors Light though?
Why would you make a Coors Light up here, buddy?
Is that your card? No, I just want a fucking
I want a
Coors
beer,
Light.
dog. Yeah.
There's a guy that works at that bar who's super pretentious, and he's such an asshole. And he's yelled at me before because I was on my phone in the showroom, which is just a fucking bar.
Yeah.
I can't think of a worse person than a pretentious bartender / pretentious magician.
He closes.
You suck, dude.
He literally closes a door. There's like a gate to get into that bar, and he will close that gate and then like get everyone, and he'll like do his show. And if you're at the gate, like oh I didn't get in, or like any noise, he'll be like, excuse me, there's a show happening here.
Crazy.
It's like I'd like for there to be drinks happening here. Fucking chill out.
And then one time I was on my phone texting my friends who were trying to get to the castle, and I'm just like in the back. I'm like nowhere near so he can do the thing, and I'm just back here, and he goes, excuse me. And I went, yes? He was like, I'm doing a show. And I went, cool. Because I was like, what the fuck?
Sick dog.
Cool.
Could you get me into the castle without having to wear a suit?
No. Yes. Yes and no.
That's my dream. That's my dream in life.
Do you not like wearing a suit?
No.
Is it because you don't own a suit that you like?
it's 'cause
I
he
have a
has-
friend who's never gone to the castle. When I first joined the castle, I borrowed money from my friend so I could pay the dues.
Yeah.
And then I paid him back a couple months later. And that was 13 years ago. And I asked him to the castle every time because he's a close friend of mine. And I was like, you got it. He's never been 13 years. And he's like, I just don't like wearing a suit. And I just don't like the way they fit me. So
Yeah.
I just don't want to wear them.
They're uncomfortable.
No,
it's
your
comfy.
problem is that you only have one suit that fits now, and it's fucking gold.
No, I have the black one.
Okay.
No, I have a suit. It fits. I just don't. I
agree
feel
with you. I
I
don't
feel
like wearing suits either,
claustrophobic
yeah.
in suits.
I want to bring back like fucking like 90s preacher suits. They're all big and
Yeah,
flowy and shit.
we could.
Yeah,
can we go
should.
to the castle and fucking
Can we
do
make
big baggy
can?
suits?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, sick. We'll go.
That'd be
Fucking
sick.
so many buttons.
My favorite thing is bringing comedians or people in comedy to the castle because you guys don't have a filter, nor do you give a shit about what anybody thinks about you.
Yeah.
I brought an improv team from UCB there once.
What was the name of the team? Can you tell us? I bet it was really funny.
Is Bangarang?
Bangarang.
Yeah.
Actually,
like
the
that.
best
Yeah.
improv
I
team.
know, I like that at all. That's not bad. Yeah.
Better than Bernie Mac and Cheese or whatever.
Oh my fucking god.
That should be the name of this podcast.
But I brought them. There was like 6 of them, and they were my friends, and they're very nice. And one of them, we have impromptu tables at the castle, so like members who aren't performing can still perform at these tables, to just like for friends or like if they just want to practice, they can do that there. And so I was at one of the tables, and I just finished a set for the team, and they were great. And then one of them was like, I want to pretend like I'm going to do a trick, and I want to see how many people I can get to gather around the table and then never perform a trick. And they were like, okay. So one guy got behind the table, and then the other teammates just sat at the table being like, oh my, this is so good. He's so good. You want to check this out? Take my seat. It's so, and they rattled people up for like 10 minutes, and there was probably like 20 people around this table.
Was he doing just like shuffling cards or something?
Yep, that's all he did.
Yeah,
and just kept
that's
talking.
so
And all the
funny.
other people just kept like, oh, you haven't seen this? He's so good. And it never happened.
That's really funny.
We used to do something like that in high school. We would pretend that there was like a fight going on. Everyone would like swirl around these 2 kids. And then like all our deans and principals would come over and like trying to get to the middle and just be 2 kids in the middle having a fun war. It was so funny. They got so pissed.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So I like bringing comedy people to the castle because there's no filter.
We did that when I went. We sat at one of those impromptu tables to kind of get a break from comedy, and some old guy came and sat down and started doing tricks.
Yeah.
We're like,
No.
We're like, this is
no.
cool, but also, can
Yeah.
we just sit and talk for
You just have like a red X on the table like, no, we don't want any of that.
Whenever I get
Just a
booked,
rabbit with his head cut off. Yeah. Not today.
whenever I get booked for like private events and stuff, it's always like they think they want as much magic as possible. So like we've hired 4 magicians to do like walk around, then we have a stage show. It's like nobody wants to see that much magic.
Yeah.
Nobody. You think that they don't. I
Yeah.
promise you, they do not want to see that. They want to see a couple of card tricks and then be like, "Well, that was fun."
Yeah.
Then they just want to drink.
Anyway, Stacy's a bitch. Yeah, just talk about like their coworkers. Yeah.
All right, do you want to do some tricks?
Yeah, I can do a trick.
All right. I'm ready.
I'm so pumped.
Me too.
Okay, we'll
Do you want me to hold
Do
the
I
football?
do I need to move the table?
No.
I'm not going to run
Oh,
around,
yeah.
dude. Can I hold the
We're
football?
gonna break his leg again.
Hold the football. Yeah, I'll roll up my sleeves for sleeve purposes.
So there's nothing up them.
So there's nothing up
Yeah.
them. I always do that just for you.
Ah, this is going to be sick. I'm about to be so amazed. I can feel it.
Okay, we'll do a big one. We'll do two big ones.
Do we have a good shot on the cards? Okay, sick.
Yeah, you tell me if they're not in a good place. Okay, I'm gonna do cards one at a time, and you're just gonna say stop whenever you feel like it.
Stop.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that card. Don't look at it quite yet,
Okay.
because we'll have a second card selected.
I get 2 cards?
No, there's a second person.
I
in
get
the
a card, you
fucking-
bitch.
Technically, there's
He-
third person.
He's
in
an
the
only child, by the way.
Oh, this all makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh man, that makes so sense. My girlfriend's an only child, and there's multiple times where she'll say something or do something, and I go, "Oh, this makes
Yep.
so much."
Oh, you grew up
sense.
without considering anybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get 2 cards.
When was the Literally, I was the only person in this room for a moment in time.
Yeah.
He thinks still that this trick is just for him.
I 100% do. What do you mean people are watching this?
You know,
It's my cross to bear.
Okay, we'll have one more card selected, and then you'll say stop.
Stop.
Perfect. Great.
Perfect.
If you would take both those cards, so you can look at them.
Give me
I
the
can look
right
at both.
one.
Yeah. We'll
All right, I'm gonna
show,
look at yours, but
and
you
show
can't
the
see mine.
camera. There's not a monitor that I can see these cards, so even though I'll turn, there's not
This one's
a
mine?
thing
All
that
right, I saw it.
I can see.
This one's me, and that one's Matt. Okay, we have our cards.
Okay, perfect.
Wait. Okay.
We keep them?
You got to put them back. Okay, perfect.
Wow, right next to each other.
Well,
Make-
do you fucking... What do you want me to trick him?
Yeah. You got to do magic back to him.
All right, I'll do magic back.
It's the hardest is to do magic back to me. Okay. All right, here we go. The goal is to find both cards. Okay. First one, I could look through and just be like, "Oh, is that your card?" It's not.
It's not. I'm just keeping my hands up. Make sure you don't put anything on me.
I'm not gonna put anything on you.
Well,
I'm not
you
gonna
know.
put anything on you.
I will react. As the guy in France.
Okay, here we go. So the first one, we're gonna find the card. Okay, you're gonna tell me what your
was
card
sick.
is, and then I'm gonna try to find it.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, because it'll make sense. I know it's like I shouldn't know, but you're gonna tell me what it is. Then I'm gonna look through. I'm gonna find it as fast as I possibly can. Okay. So what was the card?
10 of hearts.
10 of hearts. Okay, that's right. You can see it right there in the center. Did you see it right there? Look at there.
Yeah, maybe. I saw a bunch of cards.
It's about 20 cards down.
That's pretty sick.
It's 10 of hearts, 10 of hearts. But with each card, I can not only manipulate the card, I can really like take control of the card, in the sense that I can have it do whatever I want to do.
Okay.
So, for instance, if I wanted to vanish the card onto the couch, hold on, gotta find the soft spot.
That's pretty sick.
So the card has gone through. It's not on the top anymore. It's not
Lift up the cushion.
in the middle. Yeah, it melts through.
There's no way it's under the cushion.
No, I don't believe it.
Pick up the cushion.
Bro.
The 10 of hearts melted through.
Is it there? Whoa!
it's
What the
too
fuck?
Whoa.
The 10 of hearts.
I'm not going to run. I promise I
That's-
wouldn't run, but just know my legs are activated.
I was trying to be an asshole when I said pick up the cushion. I didn't know it'd actually be down there.
That's what. Yeah, this is what you
Crazy.
wanted. And then the second card, Matt, what was yours?
2 of clubs.
2 of clubs. Okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm chilling.
Okay. The second
How did you
one.
get it down there so fast?
The second one, I'm going to try to find using a different technique that I call sleight of mouth.
Pause.
He's familiar with that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Okay. It looks like this. I'm gonna. Okay.
Oh, fuck! Don't do it. No. Not coming out his mouth.
You're a nasty boy, Robert.
That's
You're a nasty boy, Robert.
One card. There it is. The 2 of clubs.
I don't want my card
the 2
back.
of clubs. The 2 of clubs. It's perfect. 2 of clubs.
What's that called again? What you just did?
Sleight of mouth.
It's called cardolingus.
No. The faking that you had the wrong one and then it's in-
Sucker effect.
Sucker effect.
It's a sucker trick.
Damn, that was sick.
A double sucker effect, kind of.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, if you think about it.
How did those?
And if
take?
this is good enough, you might get a triple sucker effect. If you know what I mean.
Let's get it. Suck his dick, Morgan.
Oh, what? That's what that was? Damn.
Did you just put the 2 of clubs back in there?
No, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
I'll put it back.
He comes out to 10 of hearts.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you shit it out. No, I'm just kidding.
This rules.
Yeah,
Can we do this every week?
that's my dream. It's just to have like a specific gig for no reason. We're just the magician always shows up every week. Why is he fucking still here? It's so stupid.
Sometimes you just stand in the corner and don't even say anything. Just pull out the 10 of hearts at the end of every episode.
Okay, I'll do one more. This is one of my favorite tricks. These cards haven't been in my mouth, so it's the reason I switched cards. Again, 52 cards. I'm gonna try doing a trick. You're not supposed to repeat a trick because the thing of magic is like it's a surprise when it happens to you, so you don't know the ending. But I'm gonna show you the trick first, and then I'm gonna do it a second time, and it's still gonna fucking freak you out. Okay, so it's very simple. We'll start like this. I'm gonna go through the cards. Will you just name any card that you see?
Big Joker.
Big Joker. There's a colored one and there's a black and white one.
Let me see.
We don't really say that anymore.
No.
Big one. We'll go with that. That's a big one.
Okay. Yeah, look, again, ignored it. Andor was very nice.
Yeah. That's spades, baby.
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. The big Joker.
Yeah, that's the spades. It's spades term.
Not the colored Joker, even though it is colorized.
God.
That's a colored joke.
We need more black people here.
Joker. There's a huge thing of black magicians. There's a whole wall at the castle dedicated to.
Do you have a different
black
name for
magicians.
them?
Where'd that come up after 2020?
That's funny.
That popped up when August 2020?
Yeah, there's a separate bar, a separate bathroom, a separate drinking fountain.
They all have to wear white coats and they actually just serve the drinks.
Is there like
There's some seats in the back of the theater, but they're just apple boxes on their sides.
Black magicians have to only play arenas because everyone's just sprinting around.
Yeah. You need a lot of room. Do a nice outdoor show.
They're all outdoor shows. Okay, big Joker. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give the cards a little mix here. We'll try to do this so that the camera can kind of see. I'm gonna shuffle the cards so that they're face up into face down here. I'm going to try my best. That's better. Okay. So the cards get mixed up. You can see that they're face to face. Some of them back to back and face to face. They're all kind of mixed up. The goal is, even though you put your card back, which is the big joker, when I snap, all the cards are now back to normal in the sense that they're all facing the same way.
What?
Except for one.
What?
And of course that's the big joker.
Goddamn.
Okay, so now you know what to look for in the trick. So we're gonna do it a second time.
I think I do.
We'll do it a second time, and I'll make sure it's very, very clear. Let's do the same thing. I'm gonna show you what's the easiest way to show you these cards. I'm gonna show you cards. You just name one that you see.
7 of hearts.
7 of hearts. Okay, perfect. 7 of hearts. I'm going to put the 7 of hearts halfway in the deck like that, so you can see it. It goes in the middle. Yes. Boop. Perfect. 7 is lost in the middle. I'm going to take, just like before, half the cards here. We'll take, oh, that's mixed up, face up, face down. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we'll take half the cards. Let's see. That one? No. Half is about here. Okay. Half the cards. So you can see that they're face up and face down. Just like before. I'm going to really shuffle them so you can see them. Look at there's face up. That's legit. You can see these cards are really mixed up, face up into face down, face up into face down. Every single card, they're really mixed up, face up into face down. You know what's about to happen, which is in a moment I'm going to snap my fingers, and every single card that is facing the wrong way will correct itself to face the correct way, except for one card, which is the 7 of hearts. There's 2 ways to do this. The first way to do this is I could take out all the face down cards at this moment and turn them so they're face up. So that way all the cards that are in between the 10 of diamonds and that 3 of clubs, I can just go through them, take all the face up, face down cards, fix them. Or there's a second way of doing this. I'm going to put the box down so we can make a little table. Perfect. There's a second way of doing this. Okay? It takes a little prep. Hold on. Stay right there. Don't move. Okay. It's more work. It takes more effort to do that.
I see what you're saying about the performance thing, though. That was sick.
Thank you.
A little hop, skip, and a jump.
All the cards were mixed up. You saw them literally a second ago, and all I did was that big snap. You'll see now every single card is now facing the same way, except, of course, should be one card in the middle.
I think it's going to be the 7 of hearts.
Of course, yes, there it is, the 7 of hearts.
Wow.
Perfectly fixed.
Okay, that was
Good.
crazy.
Thank you.
That was crazy.
Yeah, when you put them down, I was like, oh, shit.
Whoa.
That's a Chris Angel trick. That's a camera trick.
You,
Looks great on camera.
Do you prefer dumb people or smart people?
Smart people. Wow. I just had a conversation with a magician friend of mine named Nate Dendy in Texas, and I love puzzles.
Yeah.
So I like to always play to the smartest person in the room. And it's really weird because a lot of old magic books, like from the 50s, they'll say things like, you're gonna take their card and put it in the center, but you're gonna cut it secretly without them looking. The fuck does that mean, secret without looking? Or like,
yeah.
Or you'll turn over the top card on your hip and nobody will notice because they wouldn't look at something like that. Like, who the fuck are you doing magic to?
Children?
Yeah.
Children are worse than that. Children will just be like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you put that thing in there?
They do have a lot of questions.
I fucking hate kids.
Yeah.
I've done 3 kids parties in my life. The first one I went to, I think it was for like a 6-year-old's birthday. And the parents just went, oh, here's the magician. And then they walked away.
Crazy.
And I was left with 10 children in front of me.
You were a babysitter, brother.
And I had to babysit. And I was
Very
like,
talented babysitter.
And I was like, I'm never going to do this again.
Yeah.
And the only times I've done it after that were friends who had kids. But all the parents stayed there. And I said they have to.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to fucking do that again.
I'm a parent, I get a magician. Like, what? We mean walk away. I want to see the show.
Yeah. I booked him for a reason.
Yeah. This is for you, Charlie, whatever your name is.
I do the castle is 21 and over at night, but on Saturdays and Sundays during the day, we do an all-ages brunch. And I like to do those shows because obviously the parents have to be there, but it's a theater, so they have to sit down and fucking shut up, and then I can do stuff. And I don't do like kid tricks necessarily. I just do what I would normally do. I just speak a little bit
Slower.
I just don't say fuck.
Yeah.
Basically, which the kids like because then you don't treat them like they're babies, and the adults like because then it just feels like you're
Yeah,
just
they're
talking
seeing
to them
sick
normal.
tricks.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sick.
That was awesome.
Um,
How'd you? You don't have to tell me because obviously you don't reveal your secrets. But the under the cushion thing was kind of crazy.
yeah.
I don't really get that one.
We'll watch the tape back.
Yeah, we will watch the tape back. That's a good point, Matt. I like that. Because
Clip
it didn't really
slow-mo
like.
it.
That's the secret. There was a long time that I was. I went through a little pretentious era of my career, which still like kind of lingers with me, but it's not as bad anymore. But like I didn't want to film like anything on YouTube. I never had any videos of me doing some of my acts because I was like, no, that's an experience you have to feel. You got to be there live to see that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazier. And then at one point I was like, I don't fucking. Who
You're
gives
like,
a
I
shit?
need money.
Yeah, it was just like there's no
You
other
can
way.
see me.
It's
Yeah.
fine. It'll still give the same experience. It's just you have to kind of know what you're looking at or
Damn.
what I do in order to do that.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But that's
Damn.
what I do.
And now we made a football appear.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening? See, you're gonna start noticing that it's a real life magic trick. The other thing is gone.
The phone, then the Zin, and now the football.
It's Jesus, brother.
That's Jesus,
Yep.
brother.
It's Christianity.
See, it's exactly like Jesus would have done it.
Jah will provide.
Yeah. Yeah, you have books written about you.
Jesus, you know what it was? Jesus had a pile of bread, and then everyone just kind of was like not paying attention, and he switched it for a bunch of fish.
Yeah.
That's not the story. He had 2 fish and 3 loaves, and he fed like hundreds of people.
I thought it was 7 fish and 2 loaves.
You don't know the book.
Maybe
I thought
mine's
he
different.
turned fish into bread, but I guess it makes sense that he just used them to feed people. Maybe he just gave everybody just a little bite.
No,
That's
he turned
my
water
theory.
into wine.
Oh yeah. I think he just spiked the fucking water.
Yeah, I think that's what happened too. That one seems a little bit more.
More of a
Yeah.
magic trick.
It was just weak ass wine because it was mostly water. Yeah, I get that one.
There's two Scottish magicians named Stuart and Barry who aren't together anymore. They're a pair that they did a show called Jesus' Miracles. I think it's on YouTube. They were huge in the UK, and they recreated everything. They do water to wine, and they do.
They walk on water.
I think maybe.
Wait, was
Have
that
you seen those guys with the gold cloth?
I think they're so funny.
Really funny.
Who are those guys?
They do like.
They look like they're named like Sigmund Freud. I really
yeah,
think
something
it's
like,
something.
maybe that's why I thought
It's
that.
making fun of Siegfried and Roy.
But they like will hold a cloth in front of a camera where there's nothing behind it, and then pull it away, and like unsuspecting tourist has walked into frame.
Oh, they do it like on the subway. They're at the top of the escalator on the
Oh,
subway.
you're just like ta-da.
Yeah, they're like.
Where'd that come from?
It's very funny.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
That's a great question. I'm sure there's some info on it. Slide into the Googles of
Slide into Google's DMs.
ta-da.
We got to wrap it up. Do you want a fuck, marry, kill?
Oh shit!
A magic themed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do. I have one.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I don't think you have it.
No, I do. I do. It's here. Cutting a woman in half, making a rabbit appear out of a hat, or what's another classic?
Yeah. What's another classic trick that maybe you've just seen too?
I don't want to do. Well, I didn't want to choose card tricks because we just fucking did card tricks. And obviously, he likes card tricks.
Do I like card tricks, or it's the easiest thing for me to carry around?
Yeah.
I could have gone for the ukulele bit.
It's so sick. It's so good.
Having Matt be so happy about it didn't really help that.
If you come to Freak Show, I'll vanish a dildo.
When is that? When's Freak Show?
Tuesday, 23rd, I think.
I'll be there.
Something like that.
I'll take that off my schedule.
Oh no, I think it's. I don't know. Just
Go on Instagram.
go on Instagram.
Yeah. I'll
Fucking use social media.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And if you want to go to Freak Show, use your fucking time machine. Don't kill Hitler. Go to the show.
Okay, sawing a woman in half.
Oh, okay. So I don't want
A rabbit.
Rabbit out of a hat. What's another classic one?
Don't look at me because I think it's interesting to hear what the general.
I think pulling a fucking thing out of the.
Yeah, but you know how they do that. Oh yeah, mouth stuff.
This is my impression of Morgan.
Matt loves Matt stuff. I mean, mouth,
Mouth
stuff.
stuff. He does. All right, mouth stuff. Mouth stuff. That's the third one.
I think
You know what I'm saying? Mouth stuff.
I think we kill mouth stuff
I
because
agree.
Damn, I'm fucking mouse.
it's
You're marrying mouth
gross.
stuff.
There is a. I think also magicians are very unaware of. They're very antisocial people normally, and so because of that, I've seen so many magicians do kind of like what I did, where the card is folded in my mouth, which is not an original trick, but I've seen them like legit just hand it to somebody. Like it's just like
Gross.
a normal
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's
Brother.
like, what is
Yeah.
your problem?
Yeah.
There's a trick this girl, Anna de Guzman, does. I'll call her out because I fucking hate that she does this. She was like a
Yeah,
finalist.
fuck Anna.
She was a finalist on America's Got Talent like this last season. And she does this thing where two cards are picked and they're going to switch places, but she folds them and she puts them in her lips, and she has you put one in your lips, and then she does this really awkward thing where she like stares at you and she gets really close like you're going to make out. And then she like gives you the head side turn. And then I've watched guys do it with her and they go, and she goes,
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck? You just gave them
baited
like
me into doing this.
correct,
Yeah.
and now
I
they
wanna
look
kiss
like
you.
a
Is she hot?
fucking asshole.
Hey,
she
that's
hot?
what women do all the time with everything, man.
It's subjective.
Yeah,
Objective,
sometimes.
subjective.
Yeah, she's
Sometimes.
hot.
She's hot.
I just looked her up. She's hot.
That's a nasty trick, but I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it's like
Women do
unaware.
that in their everyday lives.
Yeah, what's
though,
your
too.
trick? Me too. Fuck. Yeah.
She can make men disappear.
Some bad lady.
Oh, no,
I can
fuck
make your career.
I would marry. No, I would fuck.
Fucking house stuff.
I would fuck the rabbit out of a hat. It's rare. It's rarely done.
Yeah.
And when you see it, you're just like, fuck.
Like, where was that rabbit?
Well, people stop using live animals too, huh?
It's true. Also,
you
the
use
picture.
bunnies, I feel like.
The picture of people holding rabbit by their ears. They only grab rabbit by their ears because it's hurting them, and the rabbit will kick.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
You're
bad.
supposed to grab rabbits by the scruff of the back
Yeah.
of their
Yeah,
neck.
By their
like a
nape.
cat.
I,
But
ra-
if
I
you
raised rabbits. No big deal.
yeah, you also hoed pumpkins.
Yeah.
if you see pictures of like 20s, 30s probably it was happening. They would grab them by the ears only so they would kick because they're playing these big vaudeville houses. So
Yeah.
the people needed to know it was an alive rabbit. It was a real
Yeah.
rabbit.
And birds and stuff.
Birds.
I'm always like, why don't magicians make like candy appear and then hand it out?
My
Or
girlfriend
hot
does.
dogs.
My girlfriend does princess parties.
Yeah.
And she does a magic act before she met me. She was like, I got to show you this magic act I do for kids. And I was like, okay. She's like, I'm real nervous. I was like, you should be because I'm a fucking professional magician.
Yeah.
And she does a little thing where she makes candy appear.
That's sick.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
I don't need a rabbit. I'm hungry. Or cook it.
I wouldn't trust a magician giving me candy, though.
I did a trick with
You're
taco.
usually the person giving people candy.
Yeah, enticing them.
Yeah.
Come
in here, little girl.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, because you want to fuck or something.
You're trying to take the Dane Cook route.
Stop tagging this.
You're the
Robert.
Dane Cook of waitressing.
Yeah.
Brother, I've
That's what
been,
you and Dane Cook have in common. You love giving candy out to.
I've been in the industry a long time. There's a lot of Dane Cooks in that part.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And you're one of
It's a
them.
nasty, nasty business.
I'd marry.
Are you talking pedophilia or waitressing?
Yeah.
Which one have you been in a long time?
Interesting.
Oh
Pedophilia only, 18 years?
Dude, come on, stop. This is gross.
no, it has to be 17.
He's 36.
Yeah, but then it's legal and it's not fun.
Oh, right.
This took a turn. Thought we were having a good time talking about candy. So you know.
That's how you entice them. You say, "See, we're having a good time with
Yeah.
candy." I see your fucking tricks.
Who's the real magician?
It's
Yeah.
clearly Robert. I'm lost. I don't know how we got here.
I'd marry cutting a woman in half because there's some really minute versions of it that are very clever.
This kind of brings our podcast in full circle, marrying half a woman. A woman with no legs.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Wow,
What a moment.
what a great
I'd marry mouse stuff.
and
I'd
fuck
I'd
mouth
fuck
stuff.
the half a woman,
Yeah,
and I'd kill the rabbit.
I think I'm marrying the woman.
Yeah, you would.
I'll fuck mouth stuff.
do you want a mermaid who's bottom half fish or top half fish?
Bomb half fish.
So you just play with titties and a mouth?
Yeah.
I mean, most girls smell like fish down there anyway.
Hey,
Yeah, I'd rather have top half fish.
Top half fish?
Yeah, because then they're not yapping. They're just going like this.
Yeah, but that's like annoying yapping you'll understand.
And I love legs, man. I'm a legs guy.
That's why you couldn't date a girl without legs.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
unless she still had them in possession of her.
Now, do they have to be gone or can they be mangled legs?
Ooh, mangled, no. I like hot legs. I'm a hot legs guy. Mangled, huh? I mean, you see some women with like scarred faces. You're like, she's still beautiful.
Yeah,
And men too, I guess. But
Yeah, seal.
I guess.
yeah, seal.
Just
yeah.
the
That's
best way
the
to
most
I
famous
guess.
scarred face guy of all time.
Oh yeah, I
I was
forgot. I
thinking
got to be neutral on this. It could be good, nice, handsome men too. I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It depends on like, is it like, does it look like a tentacle? How
What if it
mangled
was a
are we
tentacle?
talking? Sure, Ursula. The only lesbian
Ursula's
I
just a drag queen.
Yes.
she's a lesbian. No,
No,
she's
drag queen.
She's
Drag
a woman.
Queen. No, based off a famous drag queen. I think from Baltimore.
That character is, but Ursula herself is a woman.
Yes, in the movie, yes.
Yeah.
But the character Ursula is based off a drag queen.
Have you not seen that eyeshadow, baby?
What?
It's strong.
Also what?
It's strong. The eyeshadow.
Oh, the eyeshadow. Yes,
on
yes.
Ursula.
I've seen Ursula's eyeshadow.
Sure.
It's very drag queen.
Yeah, only a man could do that.
Okay, we gotta go. Thank you for doing the pod.
Of course.
Rob Ram Magic
Magic.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
I see him at the Magic Castle.
Yeah. I also have another podcast with my sister. We get high and talk about musicals called Musical for Everybody.
Whoa.
If I could pitch you a guest.
I'm not like a musical nerd though. I like
okay.
a couple a lot.
The podcast is about who to bring to certain musicals,
Oh, whoa.
Oh, never mind.
like non-theater people.
Yeah.
There's a musical I do want to see. It's about Idina Menzel. Do you know
It's
what I'm
about
talking
Idina
No,
Menzel?
Idina Menzel's in it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Redwood?
Yeah. I saw a video. That
Is it
looks
just because
incredible.
you
Is it
she's
with
got
the
big
trees?
tits?
No, it's because she's hanging off a redwood singing and doing flips. It looks amazing. It looks so funny.
I've never even heard of this.
It looks so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going there for the art.
She
Like,
goes there, she's swinging. He's like,
I literally would be like, I'm not like that ignorant, but I'd be like,
What's the name of the pod?
musical for everybody.
Musical for everybody. Have you seen the Harry Potter one?
It's so good. I seen it twice already.
Damn.
I'm gonna go a third time.
what's your favorite musical?
Les Mis.
Book of Mormon.
Oh, duh.
Good answer. Good answer.
Dude, I was supposed to see it on March 14, 2019.
Oh no.
2020.
It was like 2019. I don't know what could have possibly happened. I think you just
Wow.
went to that show.
And you never went back? You just got that refund and said sorry about it.
Yeah.
When's it coming back?
I think it was back recently, right?
I
A couple
think
years
so.
ago,
It
maybe?
comes around every so. There's a couple of
All
tours
right,
that.
we'll go.
All right.
That'll be my first musical.
All
You've
right.
literally never seen me. We're gonna talk so much after this thing is over. We wrap up because my brain is.
Last musical I saw, I didn't go to any in high school. Might have been like a 8th grade production of West Side Story. When you're a jet from your first cigarette to your last dying day. See? I know stuff.
We can also cut. We have to do a Patreon episode if you want to stay for that.
Sure.
It's like another 45 minutes maybe.
Fuck yeah. What time is it?
2:10.
Have you seen White Lotus season 3?
Hold on.
not.
Let's take a break. Let's
Okay,
cut.
sorry.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back on Patreon. Stay humble.
Peace.
Yes.